Mania is running wild like it's never ran before. This is going to be a special match for my mother, brother. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
Thank God, Mean Gene, I got my pump back, man. What you gonna do when the strongest force, Hulkamania, 24-inch pythons, and the 24-inch pythons runs wild on you?
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling storylines pay-per-view by pay-per-view. Who's that talking? This is your host, the Hollywood starlet, Jay Hunter. Joined as always with the leading lady, OC, and the casting couch, V1. It's WrestleMania 21. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. And it's coming up right now. Steve-O, how are you doing, mate? How codé le crack?
Codé le crack.
That's 90.
These we've
turned French.
Yeah.
You've given up on Irish.
Okay.
You've given up on Irish. What is 90?
The crack is 90.
Hey.
Nukta.
Hey,
Good.
there we go. That's real Dublin Irish for you.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about WrestleMania 21?
I am feeling very, very excited. Looking forward to chatting about it.
OC?
Yeah.
Bursting at the gills at all,
Yeah.
as always.
Yep. Yeah.
Batista! He has his calendar, his t-shirt, his Batista mug.
You're the one with Jay has literal.
Stop buying me.
Has a literal Batista half naked man t-shirt.
Stop buying me these t-shirts. And you got the Finn Balor ass wash cream as well. Alright, let's just get on to it. WrestleMania 21. Which versions are we watching? V1. Poor old V1. You're watching the live version, which is
3:55 with a Brucey bonus of 43 minutes for Sunday Night Heat.
yes, a total of 4 hours 38. Thank you, sir, for your service.
Plus the 12 minutes for the Battle Royal.
And what am I watching? I'm on my DVD, watching it on my iPad. It has the same 4:3 aspect ratio. Wonderful for old wrestling. It's a 3-hour 52. We are missing 3 minutes. It is just the ads for Andre's home video.
Yeah, and Backlash.
Very good. Oh, see, sir, you are somehow watching the 2014 WWE Network.
Yeah, man.
You've managed to find that one?
I believe it's still up and running in Germany.
That's where I went.
Yeah,
That is indeed where I went.
Guten
But
Tag.
it wasn't the pure version. It was the J curation. A very svelte 3 hours 44.
Yeah, it's cut the ads for the WWE home and all of the WrestleMania parody videos.
We covered that already, so it's all good.
Yeah, and obviously there's some Jay shenanigans as well. My present to you, Steve,
Was
is
the cutting
Yes.
the Undertaker's entrance. I was literally just about to fast forward. I was like, oh, he's in the ring.
So you're telling me it was down to 2 hours 44, was it? Nice.
And what are we editing with? The 2022 WWE Network Sparkling 1080p version with a lovely 7800 kbps bitrate. Not 2025 Netflix, you ask? No, because Netflix have a wildly disappointing 4000 kbps, so it's almost half the file size of the networks. So, this OSW is a combination of the 2022 network, the DVD, and the live version, with treasures such as the Mania pre-show Sunday Night Heat V1.
Christ. You know the way during the arc they've gotten progressively more pointless. This is the most pointless thing you've ever had me watch ever, Jay. It was absolute faff. So yeah, I'll just blast through it in like 90 seconds or so, right? Taz and Coach hosting from the sidewalk. on the side of the road. They basically
Watching Jimmy Bennett walk by.
they basically run down the card and give their own thoughts. The highlight of which is when Taz shoots on Michael Cole and says that his favorite superhero is Mickey Mouse, and then gives him shit saying Mickey Mouse is not a superhero. And I was
Yeah, it's fair.
Wait, doesn't he have like Super Mouse?
Mighty Mouse?
Mighty Mouse. That's someone
did
else,
he,
isn't
Mickey
it?
though.
Did he mean Mighty Mouse?
Yeah, he could have.
He must have.
We get clips of a 6-man tag match from Raw, which is the build for Money in the Bank. Jericho, Shelton, Benoit versus Edge, Christian, and Tomko.
Oh, poor guy. He got dumped for Money in the Bank.
Jericho taps out Tomko, and then Kane comes out and kills everybody.
Hey, number 6.
Then they throw to clips of like WrestleMania week with like, you know, fan meetups, and Triple H, Big Show, and Austin are on like chat shows.
Did they have John Cena? He was in like, do you know DX did their public workout for WrestleMania 14? They have a ring outside the arena.
Yeah.
And John Cena was there, and he takes a fake phone call from Kobe Bryant because they're in California, and he just gets booed out of it because he would have, at this point, he'd still be hated for the 19-year-old.
Oh,
sex
Kobe. Yeah.
allegations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
get
just
you.
gets booed, and he has to just plow on through.
Oh, that's
and then he just runs into
what
traffic.
Kobe did.
Never
Allegedly.
mind.
Highlight
Well done,
of
Stephen.
the highlight of this segment is we get some Scottish girl marking out that she got to touch John Cena's muscles.
I got to touch John Cena's muscles, so I'm very happy with him.
Kobe, how'd you get this number, man? I tell you right now, we in the streets. I don't know how many Kobe fans there are out there.
They show highlights of Akebono and Big Show weigh in. Then they show some random like previous clips of like Austin with the beer truck, Piper with Orton Downey Jr. from Mania 5.
Wow.
Literally one of the worst wrestling segments we've ever covered in our 14 years. And then the final part of Heat, they do one final rundown of the card. They show a Batista Triple H clip. No matches, no interviews, nothing that was just for WrestleMania Heat. It was pure shill. Fuck off.
And so blistering performance by my boy Coach anyway.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, they're making room for a dark match, an inter-promotional battle royal, which was not on Sunday Night Heat, but they filmed it as a DVD Silver Vision Axcloosiv.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest will be taking place, and it is an over-the-top rope battle royal.
Now, I'm splicing in the DVD version, so they're going to the ring, which you don't get on the vaults. Here, next, an exclusive. Oh, wait, still walk to the ring.
Walk, idiots, walk.
Because there is no tag matches on Mania tonight, the SmackDown tag champs Eddie and Ray are facing each other, and the Raw tag champs are here, Tadgers and Regal, with a parade of red shirts coming out to the Raw theme tune like the jobbers they are. And here's the SmackDown rabble.
Hold on, Jay. Was anyone wearing a WrestleMania 21 t-shirt?
Oh, actually, no. They're all in Raw and SmackDown t-shirts.
They were all wearing red and blue shirts. I was just watching this going like, these lads have to know how shit they look, right? Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine Triple H doing this?
He wore, like, do you remember when
Once.
he was traded to SmackDown or traded to Raw? In exchange for him, you got 5 wrestlers or something?
You got Booker T, Rob Van Dam, the Dudley Boys,
Jesus.
and I think Rhino.
Like we're not talking
That's a
jobbers
bigger-
here.
yeah,
like
yeah.
That's amazing.
You're talking stars.
Is that the one where he has like a Raw shirt and
I think
he rips
so.
it and it's got a SmackDown one? It's a good visual, give him that. 30 men who were technically at Mania, but not in Mania.
They were at me.
Best foot forward, Heidenreich and Hurricane, as John puts on Hurricane's mask and pow! Then we got Heidenreich and Jimmy Wang Yang look to eliminate Helms to no avail. The Reich forms an alliance with Snitsky, and then they go off separately. Reich misses Luther Reigns being slowly eliminated. People, including Heidenreich, make room for Scotty 2 Hottie to do the worm. Reich and Regal corner fight, a real battle of the boys.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't go great for Heidenreich, so he just goes on to lose an exchange with Val Venus. Frustrated, Heidenreich does his George the Animal Steel impression. No heat. And eliminates Val Venus.
A solid hand.
Oh my God, I am content. One elimination. But then Heidenreich chucks out Simon Dean. That's two. The People's Poet picks a fight with Rosie, gets speared by Rhino and bundled into Rosie, who drops to the floor. It counts. A third elimination. Line in the sand. Smackdown versus Raw. Left versus right. Who wants Heidenreich? Why don't you want me? Regal. Round 2. V1. Your boy is eliminated.
I know, right? Holy shit.
This is some kind of Goldberg push we're getting. Sammy Scunthorpe.
I actually had that written down on my notes as well.
In a precarious position. High knee, and he's out. So Heidenreich is outside the Heiden ropes. Tadgers tries to catch him unawares, but receives a punch to the head. Sayonara. But our party time must come to an end. The Reich was wrong to trust his former friend Snitsky, who boots Heidenreich out to the mat.
Then Heidenreich, what? Oh, and there goes Heidenreich.
Devastated.
Yeah. And anyway, so yeah, how does this match finish?
Finish of the match. Chris Masters and Viscera in his bib versus Booker T. So 2 Raw versus 1 SmackDown. They double team Booker, but he fights back and eliminates Big Vis. Big Vis gets up to chugga the big head of steam, drops down, pulls the rope. Vis eliminates himself. And then we get a terrible catapult. Not quite as bad as Luther Reigns, but nearly as bad.
But he was going to say Heidenreich there.
But Chris Masters holds on. Booker T sidekick, and he drops to the floor. SmackDown have won. Booker T is the champion of the non-Heat, non-Mania Battle Royal. T-shirt Battle Royal.
Where on Access? Is that above Access? Below? It's a DVD.
There's a kick to the jaw. Booker T and SmackDown win the Battle Royal.
But listen, headline here: 6 eliminations for Heidenreich.
I just want to point out, like, you may think that Jay is doing a gimmick here.
You're talking to the fans, because I know better. But fine,
but like, that was an accurate call of this match. This was the Heidenreich show. It was all about John Heidenreich.
Thank you. When I was watching this, I was in disbelief. Did I book this? Was I in WWE 2005?
Steve, I thought you meant Jay is doing his Heidenreich gimmick, but we know better. He genuinely likes the man, John Heidenreich.
I didn't think that was ever in dispute.
Yeah. People might misconstrue
right.
it, but no, he genuinely enjoys the man, John Heidenreich.
He's a boy.
I'm all over him.
You never washed that hand after he shook it, you know, chewing gum and plasters on it now, you know.
You know when people ask you, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'd go back to 2005 and I'd book the shit out of Heidenreich. I'd push him to the moon. You know who else has a time machine? Baron von Bava. Trapped in the past. Unfrozen in the future. Okay, this was... in the spring of 2004, WWE writer Dan Madigan had a fantastic idea for Heidenreich. This is going to push him to the moon.
You do have an asterisk next to fantastic, right?
So Vince, Steph, and the whole writing crew were there. Dan got up from his seat and proclaimed, all right, this is what's going to happen. Okay, Nazi scientists are worried that they're losing the war, so they cryogenically freeze one of their best soldiers, right? And in 2004, they decide to thaw him. And so that's why he doesn't know where he's going. He becomes a wrestler. So he's dressed in his full Nazi getup with the swastikas and start goose stepping. You know, that's how we get to the ring. And he'd go up and he'd start goose stepping in front of Vince and show him this is what it would look like, okay? And so to make sure that it's all on the level, we'll get Paul Heyman, famously Jewish Paul Heyman. He can be the manager. And so that'll make it all right. And so he sat down, elated, and obviously this is how we're going to push Heidenreich to the top. And
Jay's just going, yes.
I was with you with the Heidenreich to the top. Anyway, so everyone is stunned in silence, and everyone kind of looks to Vince. Vince gets up, he gets coat, and he leaves the room. And that's it for the day.
And this is at like 9 a.m.
Obviously, it bombed. And the other writer said, yeah, from that day forward, Dan Madigan, his days in the company were numbered. That was the spring, and he was pack your bags by November. But he was thinking, this is my best idea. It sounds great. And sure, you put Katie Vick on TV.
There we go. And
he penned Katie Vick, and they said, yeah, that was great.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of making a point. And he
it
even
was
put
the same
Katie
lad.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a history.
okay.
But fair enough, 2 strikes, and give him 3 strikes, I suppose. But when was the ECW zombie? What year? 2006?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not like Vince wasn't green lighting shit ideas after this point anyway. But yeah, he had already fucked up with Katie Vick, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could have had Frozen in the past and Thought in the future, Baron von Bava.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the story of Baron von Bava. What it could have been. Alright, I'll shut up. Cold Open, Lillian Garcia. Hey, times have not changed. Sings America the Beautiful. V1, how did she do?
She was alright. Like, she tries to take it up a notch at one point and completely botches it.
And crown thy good with brotherhood.
It's WrestleMania 21 from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. WWE love this arena, hosting WrestleMania 21, No Way Out 2007, as well as SummerSlam from 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014.
Jesus.
WCW even had a Nitro there, January 24, 2000, where Sid won the vacant WCW title from Nash. Oh my god, do you know the way Booker T laid down for 23 seconds for Triple H? Kevin Nash lays down for an Ice Age for Sid after Raw.
Frozen out as a Nazi.
That's where they went wrong. And the Staples Center hosted AEW for Revolution 2025. That's the one where Christian cashed in his Money in the Bank during Mox and Edge, but Mox won anyway.
That was a great show, by the way.
Why do WWE go to the Staples Center? 3 reasons.
LA.
Yes, so it's a major market, it's prestigious, it's where the LA Lakers play and they were doing really well at the time. And 3, mostly it's a really easy way to get celebrities in the crowd. Like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top and Marg Helgenberger, Catherine from CSI.
Celebrities, yeah.
Yeah, these massive celebrities.
I was like, there's no way you're a wrestling fan. And I looked it up and no, it's her son's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And she came.
Okay.
And who didn't get on TV.
Yeah.
That's so mean. Attendance tonight is a sellout 20,193. On average, how much did fans pay for a ticket? Place your bets now.
Ooh, at the time, we're
Mania
talking
21,
like
baby.
$53.
110.
Wow, 104.
Okay, well done,
Well
Steve.
done. Less than a third of the average modern Mania ticket price today. And if you were to adjust for inflation, it's still half what you're paying today. Pay-per-view buys topping the 1 million mark with 1,090,000 buys. 1/3 international, 2/3 American, paying $35. Commentators tonight on the Raw side are the iconic duo of good old JR and Jerry the King Lawler. Carlos Cabrera and Hugo Savinovich on Espanol. And the bickering Michael Cole and Taz for Smackdown.
In this era, I was not at all impressed with Jerry Lawler because he turned face, but I really enjoyed his commentary tonight. I thought it was kind of, not saying back to their best as a duo, but I thought it was engaging.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
It may also help that Taz and Cole were horrible. Oh, they're so bad.
Yeah.
Hugo and Carlos, lights, camera, action. Are you ready for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood?
I'll tell you what, Cole, I couldn't be any more ready. Hollywood is ready, and the Raw and SmackDown superstars, baby, they're ready. Let's do it.
Viva la raza! Our inaugural contest is Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. What's the impetus of this one? Eddie is very aware he was WWE Champion leaving Mania last year and is firmly in the Smackdown mid-card now. Chavo Grima Wormtongue's cousin Eddie saying, hey, if you can't beat Ray, join him, which is what he's done. So Eddie has asked for this match with Ray to prove he can. Added sizzle, the tag champions haven't been on the same page, as even in their successful tag matches, there'd be miscommunication where they hit each other, and going into Mania, they cost each other their singles matches. One thing is for certain, this tag team cannot last. Eddie Guerrero is angry, frustrated, and insecure, and even if he gets it done tonight, we are barreling towards an Eddie heel turn.
Yeah, which is not the right choice. Because he's beloved.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Let's turn Randy Orton face again. Cool. Is that alright? Anything else?
No, that's smashed it.
Because it's only been like 3 weeks since the last show as well. So.
Latino Heat!
Eddie comes out with a gorgeous lowrider and his cool GTA-T. And who's that jumping off the boat? Ray comes out in green, white and red. Vertically, green top, white mid, red bottom.
This is Hungary. Is this Hungary?
It might be Bulgaria.
Yes, could be Bulgaria.
The fans tell us it's North Rhine-Westphalia.
Yes, I enjoyed the amount of attempts at correct flagging in the last video. The ATB2K.
Correct flagging.
Kick off, testing each other out with Matt wrestling. Who's jumping off the boat? Ray shows his knee isn't blown with a high knee. And gets wheelbarrowed out over the top and spill on the crash mats. Ow! Don't worry, I'll bump for you too, Ray. Eddie's bucked up into the air and crashes down kidney first. Guerrero gingerly negotiates a bow and arrow surfboard. It's a bit awkward. And Ray claps back with a corkscrew plunger to the outside.
That was so nice.
Then I'm like, oh my god, stop touching your mask, mate. We need a Rey Mysterio Jocks watch for his mask. V1. Did you do any kind of no?
Yeah, right.
Of course I did.
Let me guess. I even noticed. I never noticed Jocks watch.
Yeah.
I noticed Mask watch. Why didn't he try it out before the biggest show of the year?
It
doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Now, if this was one of Eddie Guerrero's lie, cheat and steals, where he puts like itching powder in it.
Oh, yes.
Would have been beautiful.
That would have been great.
Yeah. I'm going to say it was, a 12-minute match? Something like that. On average, 1 a second, so...
720.
I'm going to say 86 times.
I'll go 15.
15.
Sorry, what constitutes a Jocks watch here?
So, anything from touching it to full-on fixing to undoing straps. I counted any time he obviously put his hands on his head.
Yeah.
But every time he touched his head, it was to fix his mask.
Yeah.
Jay, he was fixing his mask while doing a Hurricane Rana, for fuck's sake.
No, so there was a spot in this match where himself and Eddie did a double knuckle lock spot, okay? And then they got up.
He touched his head with his hands with his shoulder.
He literally pulled Eddie's hand so that he could fix his mask twice. So with that, lads, this is unquestionably the Jocks Watch record. I can't see this ever being beaten.
Oh my God.
If we do this for 50 more years. I counted 70 times he adjusted his mask.
Insane.
Tag team champions opponents tonight. Deep arm drag.
All right. There is a match happening. It's a showcase of the two lads knowing each other so well they reverse each other's offense. 3 amigos, not even 2, as Mysterio counters. More amigos, head scissors. 619, 9 deny. As Eddie wins the exchange with a beautiful backbreaker. La Magistra by Ray. Eddie counters. West Coast Pop countered into a powerbomb. Ray charges. Eddie counters with a backbreaker, but Ray counters with a head scissors and immediately hooks the legs. 1, 2, 3.
Hurricane, shoulders down, leg got it, he got it! Mysterio got it from out of nowhere! Mysterio got Eddie!
Holy crap, that was fast. Eddie's shocked and disappointment kicks in. He graciously accepts a handshake, upholding the code of honor for now, but you know it won't end cordially in 4 weeks' time. What do you think?
Yeah, it was great. Too short, but you need time for Christy, Hemme, and Big Show. Like that they're the real featured performers here. But 13 minutes, do 20. Give me 20 minutes. It's nothing we haven't seen before. And I'm trying to think back to, was it the Halloween Havoc match when Ray was dressed as the Phantom?
Yeah.
Like, that's their most iconic, I think. Little bit strange in the end. They did the losing heel in the ring spot where they play his music and the peas and the babyface scooches up the ramp. Oh,
we needed more scooting.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun opener. They weren't as smooth as I'd hoped, but we haven't actually started the feud yet. They're still face-face at this point. They get better as they go along, culminating with the custody of Dominic ladder match.
That's it. We need to extend this arc to get to Vicky! Where the fuck are you, Vicky?
Yeah, and just side note, thanks lads for taking the Smackdown tag belts out of the equation for this Mania. Because otherwise, it's the Bashams versus Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak.
Yeah.
I suppose we're not quite at the Deuce and Domino era, so yeah, we're at a dearth of tag teams. Give it another year, lads.
Deuce and Domino means you do get Cherry, which is nice, but it's not worth the trade off. I do think it's worth noting that we are pretty much at end stage Eddie. His heart issues were beginning to show. He's getting blown up. He's not really capable of doing what he was doing in 1997. This match was good, but I kind of expected them to go out there and have a classic. It didn't help that Ray's ill-fitting mask he was hyper-focused on his fucking mask. Even when the match was over and the bell rang, he's still fucking fixing it. Stop, Ray.
When he was asked, hey, what are your memories of Eddie Guerrero? And he talked about this match, and he just talked about his mask. Get out about it.
And that night I remember my mask kept on coming off from the latch on the bottom. It was a pain trying to keep that on and try to be there at 100 at the same time. But we managed to pull through.
Backstage, WWE and World Champions JBL and Triple H bump into each other and measure dicks. Jubal is the least established, talking to 16-time H and 10-time Triple H, but cleverly spins it as I'm the only world champion in history to never lose. Which is correct. He is a one-time and current WWE champion. Triple H brushes him off, calling the wrestling god Bradshaw. Oh well, we'll see who's still got their belts at the end of the night.
You know the way Triple H had a little plastic cup in this and he was pretending to drink out of it and his last sip was clearly there was no liquid in it. Why do you think that's a gimmick that wrestlers sometimes do in promos where they kind of have a little cup and that they drink out of?
Is it to show you that I don't view you as a threat and I'm being very casual? This is me acting casual?
I like it, Jay. Thank you.
Or it's a known fact that when Brad Pitt was in his movies, they would always have him eating in scenes because focus testing lady said that they found it very sexy.
No way.
Hunter's like, ooh, eating all my scenes.
You want to see a wrestling god, you've got to look no further than right here.
I'd have to look in the mirror. Because last time I checked, wrestling gods don't lose, and I am the only champion in the history of this sport to have never lost.
I just want to say, I thought that the misdirection in this scene was actually really clever for Mania because they seem to be building up that the champs are going to go into a champion versus champion feud. And I just thought that was nice. That was cool.
The feud would not have been nice, Steve.
JBL, bicycle shorts. You think you're special? Oh my God.
You think you're special.
We're in Hollywood. Where are the stars? Rob Schneider. Have you seen any? He's Adam Sandler's +1 in attendance to Hawk the Longest Yard, featuring Austin, Goldberg, Nash, and Khali, which we reviewed on Nogger U.
Yeah, that's right.
Clicky, clicky.
Stop acting like a damn cheerleader. Sportsmanship, try it. Shut up.
Next up is the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. Jericho, Benoit, Christian, Edge, Benjamin, Kane. So it's former and future world champions, a showcase for the insanely athletic Shelton Benjamin and Kane. The monster. This is before WWE moved it off Mania and into its own pay-per-view in 2010.
And then added a second one.
What?
Yeah, in 2022.
Yeah, because the men and the women
Oh my god.
have to have their own matches on every show because, force parity.
That's so cut. You know that's cut.
No, leave it in.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Force parity's bullshit. Book a match if it's needed. Or alternate year by year.
Lads bum rush the final entrant Kane as he's the biggest threat in kayfabe. But no, he did win Money in the Bank in 2010. Jericho, quality of Bulldog on Shelton?
Better than normal.
Yes, I thought it was quite nice.
Managed to hold on. Which is good.
He didn't grab ears this time.
All right, Kate.
She's not in the crowd. Where was Kate Mara? She didn't show. Didn't show her ears. By the way, did Chris Jericho really invent Money in the Bank? Because he keeps saying it. Let's just keep the footage rolling here. Kayfabe? Yes.
Okay, Fabe.
Reality 50-50 with Raw writer Brian Gewirtz. Originally, this match was floated to be Benoit, Jericho, Edge triple threat submission. Jericho said it would be extremely hard to do and it'd be boring. So him and Gewirtz went and pitched a ladder match to Vince. 6 men in it, featuring lads that have nothing else to do with Mania. Winner gets a world title shot. Initially, they're like next night on Raw. Then they're like sometime in the next year. Gewirtz goes to Vince. Jericho's waiting on his phone. Vince says yes, but he tweaks it. Jericho had pitched a paper contract, like in TNA, which would be lame. Vince changed it to a briefcase, so it was like a trophy. The title...
Vince, mate, that was good. That was really smart.
Good for you.
All is forgiven. And thus, the incredible gimmick of Money in the Bank was born. So it's Money in the Bank, a cavalcade of spots. So no psychology, it's just a fun high spot match. By the way, Shelton, he looks the same 20 years later.
That man, his genes need to be studied.
And studded.
Yeah, because he's 49 years of age and he's currently in AEW. And I think he looks awesome.
Benjamin does an insane vertical leap over the top rope and all the pins are knocked down. Kane gets in on it too. Jericho is holding a ladder, gets German suplexed, and the ladder goes flying.
That is the simplest spot. That's just a German suplex, but the fact that the ladder goes flying makes it a spectacle.
Yes. Christian and Edge with a ladder sandwich on Kane. Benjamin does a splash on Edge on the ladder in the corner. JR calls it a stinger splash.
Nice.
I was going, holy shit. Then, okay, 2005 WCW is dead.
It's dead. And we own it.
Yes, but WWE had never gotten Sting and they wouldn't until 2014. So it was really cool.
Taking a swing at it, but it paid off with a stinger splash in the corner.
Benjamin showcase. Multiple ladders set up. T-bone Edge off the ladder. Jericho looks to capitalize and reach for the briefcase. Shelton pegs it up the ladder and clotheslines him off. Kane goes to chokeslam Benjamin out of the ring, but Shelton gets his foot caught in the ropes. I was like, oh, but thank God, because otherwise he would have taken a chokeslam from the mat up and out of the ring and onto the concrete.
The setup of him getting his foot caught was fantastic. That was beautiful.
Well, I assume it wasn't. They didn't mean it, right?
Oh, he totally meant it.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Otherwise, he's taken a bump on the outside.
That was incredible athleticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And timing.
Yeah.
Sneaky Christian, with help from Tomko, tries to steal it, but is last second thwarted.
It's almost to the promised land. Oh, my God!
Benoit, timber, headbutt off the ladder.
Oh my God, he fucking smashes his head. It's so real.
It's haunting,
isn't it?
Immediate bloody nose, and his previous forehead stitches bust open.
On the headbutt, I've seen him do the headbutt hundreds of times. For the danger and the abuse, to hit somebody in the shoulder, kayfabe wise, how the hell could that possibly incapacitate somebody? I don't get it.
Or how does it hurt them worse than it hurts you?
Yeah. I fair enough, if your head hit their head, you're both equally wounded, but you're hitting their shoulder.
It's quite fleshy, like, yeah.
It's not going to prevent you getting up. You need to, like, you're better off hitting them in the shin or something.
Headbutt to the shin.
Headbutt to the shin. Book that.
It would have worked if he was Samoan.
Yes, good point. But even the belly welly, because then you'd win the person, and it's a little bit softer for the impact. But
okay, yeah.
Shoulder makes no sense. Yeah. Is it a bit close? Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you're not doing a flying. You're not doing a flying kiss. Opportunistic Edge thwacks Benoit's bad arm with the chair and scales the ladder to retrieve the briefcase. Eventually, after 15 minutes, 20 seconds, Edge wins.
He's teetering, but he's got it! Oh my God, this has done it! Edge has won the match!
What did you think, man? First ever Money in the Bank. Spank in the Bank.
Potentially the best. Is there a better one? I don't know. It had all the elements. Look at who's in the fucking match. It's just incredible. Jericho, Benoit, Christian, Edge, Shelton, he had never had a chance, but he's all about the athleticism. Kane was only there to keep the anti-streak alive. He was never winning this fucking match. But wow, just incredible. And at the time, I was watching it in your gaff. We did appreciate it at the time. We loved it. But I think I even appreciate it more now. Just how innovative it was, of course, and never been done before. And to break out the spots they did at the first time of asking was really, really amazing. Yeah, just phenomenal match.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. I actually think it's less innovative than ladder matches of the past, like TLCs and stuff like that, where the lads literally killed themselves. And I thought that the guys did an amazing job of having a gripping match that was exciting and fresh without taking 10 years off of your life. I also really, really appreciated that this might be like one of the all-time great mid-cards. Like, if you just look at the talent and none of these are top guys, it's like, oh my God, how lucky were we as fans back then? Like, oh my goodness, it's unbelievably great. Shelton, the MVP of this match, without question. I thought
I thought MVP would be the MVP.
I thought every standout moment in this match was his. And that sprint up the ladder and the clothesline. Whoa, brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. We are 2 matches deep in the show and 2 great matches.
Excellent. I guess we'll have to agree to agree. Yeah, we are spoiled for stars in this bout because usually there's a Finley or a Swagger.
You watch that mouth, sir.
Or a That's why I said Swagger as well. Or a Teddy DiBiase Jr.
Oh, okay.
Money in the Bank 2010. Okay. But like, apart from Kane, I want to see everyone in this match. A fantastic, fresh cavalcade of spots with a gimmick so fresh and innovative, it's a trope now. By 2025, there's been 36 Money in the Banks in WWE. But back in 2005, everyone flipped the fuck out. Like, it shook up the wrestling world because in 2007, TNA would adopt their own Money in the Bank called
Feast or Fired,
complete with a briefcase. 2012.
Hold on, is that legally different from the Fight for Your Right match, which just had the contract on top of a ladder? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but Beastie Boys.
But Beastie Boys.
Okay.
2012, New Japan's G1 winner has a world title contract in a briefcase. And even today, AEW with their
Golden Donut.
Yes. the Sonic ring.
It's got the face of the revolution!
Oh, right choice for the winner. Edge would spend the year building his heel, like blowing up over the summer as it was revealed he was riding Matt's girlfriend Lita, and parlayed it into a main event heel run and legendary career. Hilariously, Edge didn't want to do this match in the first place because he wasn't too long back from injury, missed over a year with a neck surgery, and had a groin injury in September. But Jericho gave him no sympathy. He just said, "You're winning the fucking match. Who cares?
You're going to be world champion."
What a mark,
Adam.
though. Yeah, fuck your neck, man.
We do, but like the best part about that is that they actually brought that into the build of the match, because Jericho cut a promo saying, "Oh, I've got this idea, ladder match, WrestleMania, 6 stars, title shot." And then next week it's the boys backstage and they're like, "Eric, I don't want to do this match. It's just a ladder match." And he goes, "Oh yeah, but you get a title shot." And I was like, "Ooh." So yeah, I thought that, the way they worked that in was nice.
Very good. Edge would, of course, use it successfully and win, being dubbed the ultimate opportunist, because at New Year's Revolution 2006, he cashed in his contract on John Cena post-bout after he successfully endured a half-hour elimination chamber. Although, like, the wrestlers in that's like Carlito and Bob Holly or
Chris Master.
Yeah, it was like,
one of those.
I survived Chris Master.
Heidenreich. Nitsky.
I wish.
What if we put up a ladder and put a ramp on it and Shelton runs up the ramp and clotheslines me off the ladder? Well, that's good. Write that down.
Jericho, during his Inside the Ropes, which is a great channel, his tour, he actually went and told us how this match was booked. All 6 lads and the agents went into like a tent outside the stadium, and every person would pitch 5 or 6 spots. And they'd like, write that down, that's correct. And then they'd mold that into a match. And you're wondering, how can you remember so many spots? You don't. You just remember your bit. So you don't do anything until like Shelton runs up here. Do you know, that kind of thing?
So Edge was missing from this meeting then, was he? Because he did not that much in the match.
I think he kept mum. He was the guy writing down the ideas.
I'll do the notes.
Oh my.
Nasty hard cut on the DVD, straight to Eugene entering. It's like, V1, what did I miss here?
Oh, you missed nothing, because we just got an advert for them shilling the Andre the Giant Fanatical series. Please give us more money after you paid for this show.
Okay. Eugene cuts a Eugene promo, and it's like, oh no, we're 2 months before One Night Stand. So Sandman hasn't been employed yet, so no one's coming out to smack him with a cane. But who does?
Well, just before that, because I know you like talking about Muhammad Hassan, but Eugene, Nick Dinsmore, he plays the character well, and he's very much liked, but you know me, I'm not a perennially offended person like most of the credits on the internet, but could they not find a special needs person to play this character?
That's what pisses me off the most. If you wanted to hire someone with special needs, do it. And that would be great.
But they probably couldn't be
Then
a wrestler
don't.
who's going to want to work with someone who might not have the mental capacity to
And
work
that's
with.
why you wouldn't have them as a wrestler.
Yeah, but as a character, sure.
Yeah. Because the crowd, grown adults in the crowd are kind of laughing along with Eugene, knowing full well that the man does not have special needs, but they're kind of, isn't he cute? It's so patronizing.
Yes.
That's to me is the worst thing of this whole gimmick. But sorry, that's all I have. I just wanted to
that's it.
get that out there.
I'm very happy that you did.
However, I did find his actual promo funny when he was like, my favorite WrestleMania, it's the midgets from WrestleMania 3. And King Kong Bundy gets him up and he starts battering them. I thought that was funny.
They attacked King Kong Bundy. It was midgets are awesome.
What is he talking about?
But WrestleMania is awesome. This is the greatest night of my life.
Who can stop this farce?
Who can stop this farcy?
Hey! Oh man, love Muhammad Hassan. It's so great, and you get to see shithead Davari, who stole his gimmick and did it TNA way worse.
He just did it 10 times worse. Yeah.
And 10 times for as long, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. There was already major heat on these lads, like the anti-Arab, no, they'd be pro-Arab, anti-discrimination. The American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee in January asked them, drop the gimmick, please, lads. And this gimmick of being a spiteful, America-hating Arab is you're either going to get the world title or you're going to get fired. If it was floated around, he'd beat Batista at SummerSlam for the belt. Instead, UPN pressured WWE to take him off television and was written out of WWE by Taker last riding him through the open ramp at Great American Bash.
Stop this! No! God!
You know, hey, Hassan was trained by Eugene, so that's nice for teacher and people. Hassan, a very heavy American accent.
That's his gimmick. He's not meant to be Arab.
Yeah, he just has Arabian heritage, and he's being discriminated against, but it's just an Italian-American from Detroit. I love Muhammad Hassan, but this is a devastatingly shit promo, and he actually asks fans to do the what gimmick. He pauses every few words. What I don't like is being excluded from the biggest show of the year.
He's not Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, well, maybe he should have been.
Profound history of prejudice and bigotry.
They beat up Eugene, making way for the save. For Hulk Hogan. Hope you don't want to be saved quickly. Hogan, 51, needs the hot dog.
Oh my God, he's only 51 at this point.
Yeah, he only 51.
He was enormous. He was the beefiest man on this show.
Lads, we're not a million miles off 51. You know...
Shut up.
Look just the same. Despite going in the Hall of Fame, before WrestleMania, Hogan hilariously kayfabed the media, saying he wasn't contracted to appear and had to be back at the recording studio with Brooke on April 5th. No one believes you, sir. You know, there's no contract there. The mic's not even plugged in. But later he was on Fox Sports Net's Best Damn Sports Show, period, saying he'd be dropping the big leg drop on somebody. Yeah, Hulk's there, big boots, and sends each foreigner packing separately for twice the pops. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame last night, so fair enough, as we cut to a shot of Hulk's family and David Arquette.
Yes.
I flipped out. Oh my God.
2 former WCW champions.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather and all, you know?
Parity, Stephen.
Yeah. Not forced, though. Yeah. Earned
parity. Earned parity.
Now we have to leave in the early bit.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can I just... how funny is it that he came out to save Eugene, the babyface? He takes care of the heels. Eugene, fuck off, mate. This is my time. The babyface he saved, who would idolize Hulk Hogan in kayfabe, didn't get the pose with Hulk Hogan. I was shocked.
Yes, because that was Eugene's gimmick. Oh, I'm a wrestling savant because I've been watching wrestling since the 80s.
Yeah.
But apparently not Hulk Hogan. But yeah, you're right. So he saves Eugene and then sends him packing so I can take the spotlight myself. Well done, Hogan.
Oh, man. Oh, glory in the background. How appropriate is that? What a sight. What a moment.
Match number 3 is The Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Oh, Taker's moved on from Hayden Reich. Good for you.
And Luther Reigns.
And Orton's moved on from being murdered by Triple H. What's the reasoning? Orton says, here's my accolades. The most prestigious of them is being the youngest ever world champion. Next up is the legend of The Undertaker. It's not a legend, it's just a myth. Since Randy is heel again, they kind of just gloss over his babyface run, just continuing on with the awesome legend killer gimmick of 2003-2004. i.e., I'm a cocky and disrespectful little prick, but I defeat wrestling legends. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Mick. But it kind of fell apart with wrestlers who couldn't or wouldn't job counted as being killed. Like, oh, I've legend killed The Rock in a terrible 6-man tag at WrestleMania. Or I've killed Stone Cold, who I didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Slaughter's on there. Harley Race. But hey, Fabulous Moolah's on there.
Nice.
Yeah, he RKO'd her, so he's a babyface.
Yeah.
But she's happy and smiling in the crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah.
She's not really dead now, is she? By the way, does the record still stand Randy Orton's youngest ever world champion record?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone.
I think, if you count the women, I think Tiffany Stratton.
No, I don't. So
okay, no forced parity. Okay, yeah, it's in.
It has to stay in. It's now a thing. Somebody will break it eventually. But my prediction not at this time, but in like a year's time was Kenny Dykstra. I was like, he's going to break the record. How?
Because he was like 21 or
yeah,
something.
he was like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
He was stupidly young.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're pushing him as the head of a featured group.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going all the way.
And he's clearly going to break away and be like a single star.
Which he
Had
did.
A ferret.
He got a ferret. No world title, but here's a ferret.
He did get Mickey James, which is better than a world title, though.
True.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, he was living my dream. In the build-up to this match, right, it was on Raw. You know, we get Randy Orton, a statuesque, handsome man coming out. He's got a nice pair of slacks, a nice blue shirt. And then out comes Timu Randy fucking Jake Roberts in ill-fitting sweatpants of a similar shade, fucking Dunn Stores school shirt, got busted out, scraggly onion hair.
It's the same shirt, yeah.
Can barely string 2 words together. I was fucking howling watching.
You know, damn, it's good to be back.
And Roberts the Innovator. Oh! On the snake! Randy Orton, the legend killer!
So yeah, Orton lays him out, just, you know, he's a heel now. And then he lays out his girlfriend, Stacy Keibler, who they had no chemistry at all. Like, it was really bad.
That's surprising because, according to Maven on his wonderful channel, they were all mates.
We called her Keebs. Stacy was a great equalizer once she got in that car. She made sure we got from one town to the next.
The thing he did with Stacy Keibler, the thing he did with Jake the Snake Roberts, and I want to tell you something, man. He showed great respect by calling you out.
Steve, on SmackDown, Randy's dad, Dandy, delivers a passion plea to Taker to go easy on his young, impetuous son.
Yeah, like, so during the contract signing, Randy was trying to get Taker to be angry, and so he gave him a slap, and then Taker got so angry that he magicked the lights turning off, flickering, lightning and flames, you know? So Randy's dad got in the ring and begged him, oh, please, don't batter my son. Just go out there and wrestle and have a classic. And Taker was like, sorry, the chances of that ended the second he slapped me. Then, of course, the nefarious heels used this as a chance Randy to sneak up behind him, hit the RKO, and pose in the go-home SmackDown.
Yay! Yeah, so let's get to it. Bong! Taker out first. Shocking. Let's snip that. Orton out. He's so young. Obviously, it was 20 years ago, but only a few tats, fresh shave, big clean bum on him.
Big clean bum. Sorry, when you cut out Taker's entrance, you didn't get to see Taker floating out to the ring. It looked like he was on a Roomba. And I was watching going, please let this Roomba find some dirt. Start zigzagging around the way to the ring.
The Undertaker. The legend. At WrestleMania. So it's Orton and The Undertaker one-on-one.
Moving and shaking from Randy and Taker. Both lads belted around, duck, big leapfrog, and 2002 dropkick. Whip to the ropes and big back body drop. duck, leapfrog, and punch. Man, I don't recall Taker moving this fast for anyone.
I actually have the exact same thing written down. I was like, is this the first time that we got modern Taker? Well, you know, not modern, but you know.
Podcast Taker. Yeah.
Podcast Taker.
Out of the corner, RKO. No, caught and shoved up and out and over the top rope. Dangerous spot for Randy. Did Triple H do this?
Yeah, he was the same spot that they did at the Royal Rumble. And then I think it was at One Night Stand 2008. They would do the same spot again. And Randy had a bad landing, broke his collarbone. Had to end the match pretty quickly after that.
Yes, don't do the spot, mate. But he's okay here. And Taker follows up with vintage Taker leg drop on the apron. Snake Eyes in the corner. Taker goes for a follow-up big boot, but is hit with a proto hidden blade. Dragon Sleeper. And Orton does a great limp body. Like, look at that. Like, he's like this. I thought it was great. It looked like a marionette with the strings cut.
Oh, that's actually a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll accept it. I won't fight you on it. It wouldn't be a Randy Orton match without a Randy Orton headlock.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
2 Randy Orton headlocks, I'll have you know.
That's 6 less than normal. Time for near falls. Catch Undy in a Samoa Joe snap slam.
Lads, who does it better, Orton or Joe?
Depends on your opponent. You know how how bouncy the opponent is, you know?
My gut says Joe's a bit snappier.
I'm going to plump for Orton on this team.
Yeah.
Okay. Knob in face corner punches.
We call them the Austin Aries.
Randy, be careful, man. It's like you're right in the position for Undertaker. No! Snatches him for a powerbomb. Orton ejected off and lands on his feet. RKO bucked off and shoved into the ref. Powerbomb up, but they fucking collapse.
Yeah.
Hilarious. That's our cue for Cowboy Bob and his 25-year-old gimmick to come in. Thwack with the cast. Take a reversal, whipped towards the ropes, and boots Cowboy Bob. Choke slam into a hey! RKO. I was like, dude, it'll be legit. Pin.
It's all over. The undefeated streak is over. And Undertaker kicked out.
No! Crowd erupt with the kick out. Randy motions to give him a tombstone. Sets it up. Reversed. Plants Randy. 1, 2, 3. And The Undertaker goes 13-0 at WrestleMania. Hilariously, before the third count, Taz says, what a match. Because he knows Randy's not kicking out.
Look at this foot jump. Pile driver. Wow. Here's the cover. Goodbye. He got him. What a match. 13-0 for The Undertaker. Man.
It's got to be Taker's best Mania match up to this point. By a distance, I would have thought.
The only one I can think of is Hunter at X7. Which is also really good.
I prefer the Hunter X7, but even if you consider this to be the best Taker match up to this point, that would be knocked off its perch when a certain Mark Henry comes quite literally rolling into town next year. But you could make an argument this is Taker's best WrestleMania match up to this point. I prefer WrestleMania X7 against Triple H, but a lot of people would consider this.
Yeah. 13-0, Snuka, Jake, Gonzalez, Bundy, Diesel, Sid, Kane, Bossman, H, Flair, Big Show and A-Train, Kane again, Orton. So this is at least straight in at number 2, if not number 1. And I'd actually say that this match is more impressive than Triple H's match because it stayed pretty much in the ring or slightly around the ring, whereas Triple H got to do high drama spots, like they go out and do that awesome chokeslam with the podium on the outside and stuff. So, yeah, well done. Yeah.
You know what? I would have sprinkled in a little bit more Bob Orton. It was so much fun. This whole storyline was so much fun when Bob Orton got involved. You know, I'm not mad for interference in general, but I just thought he was so integral to this that he could have gotten involved maybe twice in the match instead of once. But yeah, I loved it. I remember at the time, even before the match, Randy's going to break the streak.
I was convinced. I thought that this was the match for Taker to finally lose. And I think if they did, obviously they'd miss out on the final parts of the streak with some of the all-time great matches, but it also would have been a perfect end as well to push Randy Orton.
I'm going to counter both of those points and say, as you said, we would have missed out on so many great, more important matches because of the streak. Also, Taker had a good, solid 10 plus years left in the tank of really good matches. I think, even though at the time 13 sounded like a lot, it would have been a waste. And also, Orton was already a made man. Yes, he was buried by Triple H, but everyone knew it was just a matter of time before he get back to the top of the card.
Yeah.
So I think the absolute right decision, have Taker go over and Randy to go over on a later pay-per-view.
Yeah. I'll tell you how good this match was. Obviously, the streak, it doesn't break until 21-1 with Brock at Mania 30. But near the end of the match, Cole barks, "The streak can't end this way!" And then I'm like, oh yeah, the streak, because Taker's going to win. And I was like, I forgot that while I was watching it, because I was completely entranced in this match. Phenomenal. Undertaker, he bumped so fast, he moved so fast for Randy. He sees something in Randy. I think he might be going places.
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. I thought this match was phenomenal. I think I'd say I enjoyed this more than the Taker match at X7 because it was a pure wrestling match.
More Finlay-esque.
More Finlay-esque. A little dash of Regal, a little sprinkle of Dave Taylor. A little tinkle. Yeah, loved it.
Indeed, tonight, Randy Orton suffered his fate at the hands of the 13-0 at WrestleMania, Undertaker.
Lads, we're 3 for 3.
Yeah. We are all-timer Mania levels here.
Yep.
Bring on Christy Hemme.
Walk, idiot, walk. Walk, idiot, walk. Match number 5, the 6-time women's champion is Trish Stratus. She's taken on Christy Hemme. Showing the match graphics, Pervy Lawler actually has a funny, "I'm not a leader of men, but I'm a follower of women." Fuck me. On Raw, February 28th, Christy unveils her Playboy cover. Trish takes umbrage with the headline on it, WWE Champion Diva Nude. Not the Diva Nude part, but the WWE Champion part.
She loved that part.
Yeah, because I'm the champion.
There's clearly a typo because you're no champion, sweetie. And then, already starting to kick.
Hey! Oh, in a madhouse! Christy, the chick kick!
Chick kick, and Trish NWO spray paints Christy SLUT with added insult of the T being spray painted on her back as opposed to her clothes. Oh, that's mean. Have you won any more to this build?
The following week, Christy Hemme announces that she's being trained by the one, the only, the all-time great Lita.
the one that watched her knee jumping from the apron.
And who nearly broke her back jumping out of the ring.
Like a salmon. Lita has a great gimmick. She's very cool in her personality, but she's quite sloppy in the ring.
Yeah. And then the highlight is we get a arm wrestling contest where...
Oh!
Yeah.
Any caps, Steve?
We get the usual gimmick of they square up and they lock up, and then of course the heel goes, "Oh no." They do that a few times, and then Hemme beats her like instantly. Then "Oh, I wasn't ready. We need to do it again." She gets beaten instantly again, and then I think she sparks her out. So yeah, that was the build for this amazing WrestleMania match. Let's go.
Okay, Hemme out first. No walk, idiot, walk, but generic upbeat fashion music.
Shame.
Introducing first, accompanied by Lita, the challenger, the Raw Diva Search Contest winner, Christy Hemme.
Commentary just have a field day with Hemme. They're like, she's got a lot of spirit, a lot of endowments. They can't help themselves. A lot of spunk.
Oh, you know that they had the absolute crack.
Yeah. Trish is out and she has a nice suspenders gimmick. She actually recreates it like 20 years later, a bit of spicy.
The 5-time women's champion is dangerously divalicious, to say the least, in some very unique ring attire.
Hilariously, fitness model turned wrestler Trish lays down on the mat, goading Hemme like Kurt Angle would when he's insulting opponents. But versus Christy, yeah, Trish is a wrestling machine. Whip to the turnbuckle, chop, forearm to chest. And okay, you're just going to go through your spots to show the fruits of Christy's weeks of training. V1, how did Christy do?
A bit shit. I mean, look, I don't and I couldn't blame her. She was in no spot to be in a match of this size on the biggest show of the year. She'd only just gotten her contract. This was one of her first matches and she didn't have the tools, you know?
Yeah, she tried her best.
Although she did get Trish with a nice kick to the muff.
But, by the way, in reality, she was trained mostly by Fit Finlay.
Fondly.
And whenever she got to the arena, she'd see who's in the ring and she'd wrestle with them for a bit. So she also got trained by Dean Malenko and Ricky Steamboat. I'm like, what a resume.
Yeah.
These are the guys training you.
But does she have a sprinkle of Dave Taylor in her now? That's the question.
A tinkle of Dave Taylor. All over her.
Yeah. What did they get out of her? Kick in the fanny, jump forward pin, splits on the turnbuckle, and sunset flip, which is great, actually. She should do this more often. Dukes up kicks. Did you like the...
Oh, I love it.
Sorry, did I kick?
Yeah, you did.
There we go. Horrific. Oh my God. Literally kicks the leg out of her leg. But most of it is hot dogging and time wasting. Trish wagging the finger. I'll get you, Lita. You know, that garbage. Anyway, story of the match is that Christy's way over her head wrestling Trish, making Trish cocky and overconfident, which gives Hemme some hope, as we see with a schoolgirl.
And the roll-up! The upset! Oh, how close was that?
Twist of fate, reverse neck breaker. Not to Lita. It must be time for the finish. Bowl back over pin. Reversed. Odd camera angle. And odd kick out. Chick kick. And 1, 2, 3 win.
Chick kick. Caught Christy in the head. Oh, it did it! She got her! Man, oh man, out of nowhere, that chick kick did the number.
I was like, immediately watching this, something dodgy happened. They added in a shot looking at Christy's face. It's just... So,
okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Trish with a roll-up. Watch it! Reverse! It's reversed! It's reversed! Watch it! It's reversed!
Yeah, it's weird. Well, tell you what they didn't edit out is when Trish is getting her head thrown into turnbuckle. They do the 10 head turnbuckle spots. They don't crop in far enough, so you just get to see her going...
no.
I was like, oh, lads, crop. Hey, what do you think of this one?
Like, I have no opinion. Just the only point I want to make.
Yeah.
And maybe she comes good with the Mickie James storyline. I think people look at Trish with rose-tinted glasses. You know, she was the great wrestler, the great female wrestler before there was a focus on female wrestling. She was absolutely fine. But she couldn't talk. She was terrible on the mic. Always has been, always will be. Never understood what people saw in her other than her looks.
I think she improved greatly because she kind of would have come in as Christy Hemme, as in I'm Eye Candy, and she worked really, really hard to actually be someone who can lead other people's around in the ring.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Not that she's Becky Lynch or Bayley or Charlotte, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just she improved greatly.
She was working with Christy Hemme.
Yeah, look, and in that respect, this match didn't go down in history as one of the worst ever. So she must have done something right, I suppose. Fair enough.
Oh, Christy said about this match in 2022, she looks the exact same, by the way, that she was terrified going in that it was one of her first matches on TV. It was her 7th match on TV, and that they had 10 minutes. But right before they went out, Vince pulled her aside and said, you got 6 minutes. Don't worry. Trish will call it to you in the ring. And she replied to Vince, what does call it in the ring mean?
Ask Brian Alvarez.
It's the best gimmick.
She did very well with the no training and the non-being wrestler. So well done to her.
It was fine. I've seen trained professional wrestlers have worse matches than Christy Hemme.
Yes.
By the way, on the post-Mania Raw, they run it back again. Well, no, they book a match. Ding, ding, ding. Just kicks her in the head and walks off. She doesn't even pin her. That's it. Christy just, we're done.
She literally walked.
Just like that, she took out Christy Hemme with one chick kick.
She was definitely led around on the nose for this match, heavily coached by Trish and Lita and Jack Doan as well. And I was thinking, if you ask, can Christy wrestle? Well, she got 5.5 minutes. So, no, she can't. But she would get better. And it's like, you don't need to be able to wrestle to get a job in wrestling. Like, her career was never going to be, I'm Victoria, I'm Bayley, I'm Charlotte, I'm Bianca Belair, She was hired because she has a great personality and she's smoking hot. Them. Yeah. She's crazy hot, got a great personality, and that's fine. And it actually behooves her because thanks to WWE and Playboy, when she went to TNA, she got paid more than the actual wrestlers.
Amazing.
So, anyway, there's a spot for everyone in wrestling.
It's WCW Tough Talking Wrestlers.
You're no match for my Stinger Splash.
Tough Talking Wrestlers actually know who they're talking to.
Yo, Jacko, don't turn your back on me.
Tough Talking Wrestlers don't only talk tough, they fight
My
tough.
right arm will tear you in half.
They even know when they get pinned.
No one beats the Stinger, DDP.
WCW Tough Talking Wrestlers.
Oh, bring it on.
So it's a halfway point of the show. Let's take it to the OC. What's written without paper can be short or something taller. Tender but shows toughness. Another day, another dollar. It is an OSW tattoo by Tim Lee.
Ooh. Look, he's got a beehive here on his arm. And within the beehive, he's got various tattoos that clearly are very important to him, including a little bit of OSW here. Look at this. He's definitely going for the ECW OSW logo here.
Yeah.
The barbed wire ECW motif. Beautiful. He's got a little bit of purple.
Purple.
Of course, Steve, what does purple do here on the tattoo? It
pops.
It pops, Jay.
Just goes.
Vibrant and popping. Beautiful. Excellent work, sir. Excellent.
You know what? I quite like the gimmick because he's got multiple cells left that he can add more tattoos to, which is fucking cool.
Do you think this will be finally the time Jay gets his own tattoo?
Nah.
It's been wasted already on OSW. I don't even have a shout here.
We just need someone to get a tattoo of just a waistcoat.
Ooh, hey.
Ooh, and tattooed on as a waistcoat.
Oh my God, a gigantic
on your body.
and you have to use squid ink so you can't ever remove it. Tim Lee, if the name sounds familiar, is because we met him at Ric Flair's Q&A in London.
Look at that. Of course. We're talking 10 years ago. Are we talking 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wonderful night. We went from there to a pub that they had stopped serving, and then went from we went from that pub.
We went from not getting served in this pub to not getting served in that pub.
And then we went to a takeaway, and it was quite miserable, but wonderful company for the evening.
Yep. Tim says, here's a tattoo, and a few others from when we originally met back at Ric Flair's Q&A in London all those years ago.
Jesus, 10.
Thanks for being the boys.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 5, there might be a little bit contentious with one of the hosts.
Okay.
Mansoor.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Like, I don't mind other people having MXM or the Outrunners. I would like them to get around, gallop free.
You like the sharing?
Yes. And like our boys, Mansoor and Mason, they have adopted Johnny Nitro. Because he's on Ring of Honor with them. Obviously, they're the best part of Ring of Honor. I love to tag in. They'll just touch tips.
Good stuff.
You have the guys in your ear, but everybody that... Wow! Inverted atomic trial, Mansoor. Watch this. And now Madden! Little Rex in effect. The rump shaker from Mason Madden there.
Number 4, Bruce Hart.
Brucey Bonus Hart.
The greatest heart.
Owen's the black heart. Brett is probably the pink heart. Bruce is the brown heart. Because he's so sturdy and he's in the weeds, in the muck.
I mean, this guy sounds like he knows wrestling, right?
Not unlike
PT Dub.
But, if he's got his big into Japanese wrestling, he's probably watched a lot of Stampede. We don't give Bruce Hart the credit he may or may not deserve. So, yeah, okay.
Okay. It was Stu Hart's 88th birthday. There was a wrestling event to commemorate. Bruce uses this opportunity to shoot on his family members for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Obviously, that goes on so long that the crowd boo, they turn on it, and the commentators just start talking over him as well.
I love it. Yes, he's the best.
Yeah, he's one of the best Harts.
That is a lengthy speech, I would say.
And that's almost a book.
Is that loose leaf?
That's loose leaf. That's handwritten. We're hoping to get on with the matches.
Number 3, Paul Burchill, but the pirate version.
I hated the pirate Paul Burchill. I hated this crap. This pirate crap.
You liked Sister Fucker.
He's got you there, man.
Yeah, okay. Okay. He's never had a good gimmick, but he's got a brilliant finisher. C4?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Spanish Fly.
He got caught. Oh, wow. What the hell was that?
He also had the curb stomp, right? Pretty sure he had the curb stomp before Seth Rollins. But yeah, I know you two were big into pirates 20 years ago. I fucking hated pirates then, and I still hate them now.
I was never big into
Were you swashbuckled as a child? Or?
I remember any time a pirate was mentioned, you would do that. You know the way what those quirky people do? They do a pirate impression. I hate that fucking shit so much. I was too scared to tell you at the time, but I really hated it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's softened the blow waiting 20 years. I have to say.
Number 2, Gangrel.
Ooh, the Gangbang Gang.
A popular boy. I feel like he's come up a few times.
Bit of gangers.
Yep. Solid hand.
Oh my God, the death sentence.
Yes, it is.
Is he as good as his AWR 2008 Salt Hill Galway opponent, Duncan Disorderly?
Oh, Duncan Disorderly.
Great fucking name, to be fair.
He's Irish, right? Duncan Disorderly.
Big time.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably from Salt Hill itself.
Yeah, probably.
2, 3,
Number 1, bottom boy, Steve Blackman.
Ooh, well, we are intertwining. This is like 2 DNA strands helicizing. Obviously, everyone knows every Steve Blackman trivia because everyone's a huge mark, and I won't press it further. Except that Steve Blackman holds a pinfall victory over The Rock. The Nation are trying to interfere and cause distraction, throws nunchucks in the ring, The Rock misses him, whoa, and Blackman picks him up, whacks The Rock back of the head, and then pins him clean. 1, 2, 3.
His aim was bad. Blackman with the nunchucks right in the back of the neck, maybe the back of the head of The Rock. No, yeah! Blackman wins this match. You gotta be kidding me.
Can't take it away. What it means, though, is The Rock, he's the final boss. And Steve Blackman he's the super secret, ultra difficult final boss.
The one where you have to do loads of quest lines to actually see him.
Unlock him, yeah.
Cool.
Wrestling bios, that's his job, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, anything else?
He just finishes off by saying, really enjoying the content and love all the stuff you guys continue to do. Looking forward to seeing more and more out of you guys. Tim.
Jay and his friends, thank you.
Jay and 2 friends. Jay, OC, and other guy.
Et al. That went quite well, I think.
Yeah, well done, sir.
Oh, yeah, what lovely tattoo. And you've annoyed V1 and OC with how nice and unique that tattoo is.
I love the gimmick.
The format.
It's a wonderful... It's the kind of thing, if you hadn't have seen that and came up with it yourself, you'd be so proud.
Yeah, you'd be really proud, yeah.
Proud.
I think I'm cute. I got no medal. I got the move that makes them all tap out the angle slap, the ankle lock. Marty Jannetty still can't walk. I'm just a sexy girl. Sexy girl. I'll make your ankle hurt. I'm just a sexy Kurt. I make your ankle hurt. Ankle hurt. Woo!
Next up is V1 Spooge match. It's Kurt Angle versus the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Kurt was eliminated by HBK fair and square at the Rumble with a super kick. And OSE's favourite, Sour Grapes Kurt, comes back and eliminates HBK.
The rules.
Yeah.
What's Kurt's beef? What's Kurt's
beef?
When I was winning an Olympic gold medal in '96, people were asking me about HBK coming down from the rafters, this WrestleMania 12 entrance. You are an incredible wrestler, but the best is an affront to me, says Kurt Angle. So yeah, fair enough. HBK retorts, he's no doormat, and for all your accolades, Kurt, you've never gone one-on-one with Mr. WrestleMania. And so there's 4 weeks left till Mania. March 3rd on SmackDown, HBK sneak attacks Angle by pretending to be one of the security guards.
He pretends to be Super Mario. It's so funny.
It's wonderful.
I love that Kurt Angle decreed that, Shawn, I'm so much better than you that I can run through your entire career in 3 weeks.
Okay, week 1.
Week 1, we get Kurt Angle doing his WrestleMania 10 where he beats a geek in a ladder match on SmackDown. Week 2, Party Marty's back, baby.
Yeah!
And holy shit, Kurt Angle and Party Marty have a fantastic television match. It was so good.
Pay-per-view quality.
Yeah.
Every match Marty has is pay-per-view quality.
And then week 3.
Hold on,
Talk more about
Hold
it.
on a sec. 1 second. Does he do the Marty, I'm just happy to be here, laughing and joking, smiling, selling?
I don't think he stops laughing and smiling in the entire match. He also...
Listen, he's indoors. There's air conditioning.
There's food.
Yeah.
Catering backstage, you know. He also has a tag match on Raw with Shawn where he is smiling like a loon for the entire thing.
Oh, yes, he is.
And this Kurt Angle match, after the match, Marty claims that John Laurinaitis came to him, begged him, here is a contract for $500,000.
Don't want it, I'm doing other things.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Because in July he'd be arrested by the cops and turfed out.
Yeah, he's doing those things. Yeah.
He's very busy.
He's like, why would I want $500,000 when I can be like killing people, perving on my stepdaughter, you know? That's way better.
And week 3.
And then week 3, we get the highlight of the bill, just Kurt Angle in his absolute comedy best singing Sexy Kurt with Sherry, and then lays her out at the end, because why wouldn't he?
2 points. It's very difficult for a main event wrestler to pull off comedy as well as Kurt does. 1 week, dead serious the next. Very like Austin can do it as well. I wouldn't even say The Rock. The Rock just takes the piss out of people, but he can't really make a joke out of himself or laugh at himself. It's very tough, and Kurt is just the best at it.
Yep.
And secondly, how great is it in this era, and it's a long dead era, that 2 wrestlers can have a first time ever match that's actually special, not just that they've happened to wrestle each other several times on Raw for no reason and then have a pay-per-view match and then, oh well, let's just do it again next month and do it again next month. I mean, you know, you've recently spliced footage from a previous video of how many times Randy Orton and John Cena have wrestled over the years. 22 times wrestling on pay-per-view as of Backlash 2025. It ain't special. It's not special. This match is special.
Yep.
Michaels with the edge and experience, and that may prove to be a very effective asset.
Ding, ding, ding. JR touts this as a Raw versus SmackDown inter-promotional match, as if anyone gives 1% of a shit about that in general, but specifically when it's Shawn versus Kurt. Monday versus Thursday. Can you believe it?
Jay, would you have liked them to wrestle this match in t-shirts? Red t-shirt, blue t-shirt.
Oh my God.
Baggy ones, like.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it?
Would have loved it, Steve.
Mild, you screwed
bibs.
Yeah, the way wrestlers always have to cut t-shirts into bibs.
Just hang the bibs.
Yeah.
Okay. Mild "you screwed Brett" chants to Shawn. Funnily enough, there were rumours that Brett would show up. He was in town signing in RVD's comic shop, but was flying back to Calgary during the Hall of Fame, so no. But he would in 5 years.
5 years' time. And we get Bruce Hart stepping on Vince.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest WrestleMania moment of all time.
I love that they start the match with HBK can hang with Angle as a mat technician with a never-ending bog standard headlock.
Jay, he doesn't hang with Kurt Angle. He out-wrestles him for minutes.
8 minutes this lasts.
This is the worst trope for a amateur wrestler, and they always do it. The amateur wrestler will be out-wrestled.
And it's like, it exposes Shawn at not being an amateur wrestler, because it's all he has is this headlock. Shawn preps the commentary desk for breakage. Michaels hoisted up. Kurt Angle slammed through the backs into the ring post. Ouch.
Angle slam! Oh my God!
HBK back body drops Kurt on the outside, scales to the top rope, and awkward splash to the outside. It looked like his knee gave out. I was quite worried there.
And then his other knee smashed into Kurt Angle's face, and then his lip was cut for the rest of the match, which probably added to it, actually.
It looked like he was just eating jam or something. He's like a baby. Could have used the bib. Oh, we got the famous Kurt pumps HBK for a German suplex by like trying to pull him off the ropes, and he's just like, and it's like, someone better not pixelate the groin. That would be devastating. Whoa. And Kurt recuperates on the commentary desk. Bad idea. Shawn bounces off Brett's rope and springboard twisting splash into Kurt through the table, on the table.
Yeah.
No! Oh my God!
Inside the ring follows up big time top rope elbow. HBK rallies the crowd. He can feel it. Tune up the band. Super kick. Caught. Ankle lock. Shawn doesn't reach the ropes but escapes and is caught again. Roll forward and out. How about some sweet chin? Angle slam. Slight delay. And 1, 2, kick out.
Do it. The hook of the leg. And the pin. Oh, no. It's not a count of 3.
Straps down. Straps up. Straps down again. What? Okay. Beautiful arc moonsault. And Kurt always misses these. But it is stunning. And probably much safer this way.
I actually think he may have the best form on a moonsault ever. It's gorgeous.
We've mentioned this before, Steve. Lita. Again, Lita.
Oh, man. The finishing touches on Angle. No. The Angle slam off the top.
Scale Brett's rope and Angle slam. 1, 2, no. Lads, take a breather. And it's at this point I'm reminded of Kurt retrospectively looking at this time in wrestling, expressing sadness of seeing John Cena's rise up the ranks to behind them, equal him, and then surpass him. Because he felt with Austin Rock, Brock, Goldberg gone, he could be the guy. I'm ready, I can do this now. But tonight, being possibly Cena's crowning of champion and new leader of the company, I wonder if it incensed Kurt to put on this performance. Kurt picks up Shawn, hurling abuse for him to stay down. Sweet chin music.
Oh, so good. It came out of nowhere.
Caught in the ankle lock for the final time. Roll over, buck off. No. Angle rolls with. Turn and buck. Angle rolls with. HBK jumps and grasps in another direction and another. Shawn inches towards the rope and is pulled back. Another side? No, you don't, you little bollocks. Kurt pulls him back, just down and leg scissors. HBK has nowhere left to go. Excruciating pain coursing through his body and not wanting to quit. He tries pump out and gasp for anything possible. I was actually shocked he didn't grab the ref and try climb up him or something, but he's a babyface. Shawn holds his hand up. Oh, you are risking permanent injury going this long in kayfabe. And Shawn taps. Kurt Angle wins.
Angle locked in. How much can he stand? No! Taps out. Oh my God! Taps out to the ankle lock.
And then the fans appreciate the talent and do not chant "You suck" as Angle's theme plays. Because they just, yes, this was amazing. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I loved it. This is all about Steve. This is Steve's platform to talk about it, but I'll just get my bit out of the way. Loved it. Amazing. Brilliant. Even when they went to the outside, but it actually was good on the outside rather than just wasting time. They actually had some spots they wanted to do, which is, chef's kiss. Was it either of their best match? In my opinion, no. I would put HBK's match, both matches with Taker at Mania, I prefer over this, but I still loved it. Angle for me, a bit of Backlash 2001.
Ooh, hey, that's one we should break out. That's one we should mention more often.
You never said it before. Yeah, but lovely stuff.
What'd you think?
Oh my God.
Patiently waiting to explode.
I think for my tastes and my preferences in professional wrestling, this is wrestling perfection. That ultra rare moment when you get supreme professional wrestlers, characters that are over and the fans are into, an interesting angle and build, and then you give them time on the biggest show of the year, and this is what you get. You get something that will go down in history and will be remembered for decades and talked about, and I love this match. I think this is the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. I don't think it's the best match of all time, but I think you can argue this is one of the greatest WWE matches. I think it is the best Mania match, and yeah, I don't give ratings, but if I was this gets maximum rating. Dave.
27 and a half minutes.
Flew by.
I would say my only negative is that the first 8 minutes was nothing, and that worried me. And then they kicked into gear. It got heated. It built and built and built. And by the end, you were completely sucked into it. Yes, it is an incredible must-watch match. Just to big up, Shawn did a magnificent job selling his will to persevere, the reluctance to quit, and his acceptance of defeat. Stellar. Yeah, I don't want to rag on modern day, but just wrestlers today, they might be able to do more spots quicker than Shawn, but you won't get me to care as much.
They don't do it in the context of a fight. They do moves to get a pop.
Yeah. And this, oh my God, as you say, the stars aligning, two incredible wrestlers, but what transcends time is emotional attachment. And when you embody both have a case for being the greatest wrestler of all time. And they put this on. And here's their baby. Incredible. Ruining what I just said, Shawn, despite being in the final ankle lock for over 2 minutes, hobbles out under his own power and walks out by himself. Boo. But still phenomenal, with the right winner helping raise Kurt's profile a little closer to Shawn's. And Angle, of course, calling this the greatest match of his career.
It was the greatest match I ever had. The reason I say that is because when we got done, we went back to Gorilla, and there had to be 50 people giving us a standing ovation. That's when you know that you mastered the business.
Fans applauding Shawn Michaels, and rightfully so. That's what I think.
Question for you. HBK is Mr. WrestleMania. How come no one's ever Mr. Survivor Series or Mr. Taboo Tuesday?
Taboo Tuesday! Tuesday. I liked Randy's gimmick for a while. He was like the ultimate survivor. He was always winning in Survivor Series
That's
matches.
true,
and they
actually,
kind of just
yeah.
dropped that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool.
Yeah.
But what would you want to be? Other than Mr. S, would you want Mr. Slam, Mr. Summerfest? I mean, what would you?
Mr. Fest.
Mr. Fest.
That's been taken. the Piv match there. How's that one?
SummerSlam man.
The SummerSlam man. But like,
yeah,
you're only going to sound like a dick though, because you're like, well, you're not Mr. WrestleMania. That's either Shawn or Taker.
Mr. Rumble, it's not great because that means you don't win at Mania.
Yeah.
So Mr. Entrant.
It means that you rarely are the champion if you're constantly winning Royal Rumbles.
Or even if you're constantly in them, means
True,
that you're not
true.
champion. You're Kane.
Yes. Kane would be Mr. Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Mr. Tuesday? Like, there's nothing else, right?
Mr. Great Balls of Fire.
Oh. Like,
Probably
RVD.
Kane again.
RVD was Mr. Monday Night, which made sense considering he was in ECW at the time, and that's him saying, I'm better than anybody on Raw.
Yeah, which he was probably at the time, right?
And that makes sense.
What about, who was the Tuesday Night Delight?
That's
John Morrison?
Jomo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Love that moniker.
Who's Mr. Thursday?
Mr. Not Live on Thursday.
Yeah. Mr. Taped. It's gotta be one Mark Ginger.
I love it.
What day is Rene Dupree's podcast?
Whenever he decides to get up. And even then, that's optional.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
He's just got some kind of stick that he uses to turn on his PC.
A reaching stick.
Some kind of pokey dealy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rowdy Roddy Piper!
Oh, we got Piper's Pit with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Roddy's being inducted to the Hall of Fame the previous night. Oh, hey, you might recognize his jacket on Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Who's the biggest...
Yeah, fucking swimming on her,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Who's the biggest rebel in the history of the WWF? Bullshit. It's like Vince must be losing his mind twice, shouting WWF as well. Let's check it on the network.
Yeah, WWF. No, WWE. It was muted.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
The Tuesday Night Delight here.
Who is the biggest rebel in the history of the WWE? Bullshit. In the history of the WWF. Bullshit.
Let's bring him out. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he's like, Piper was working it like it hadn't been promoted that Stone Cold was on Piper's Pit.
Yeah.
Useless. Piper gets the what treatment, so he allows it, like stopping every 3 words. Okay, you've had your fun. And then they continue to do the what chants, and he's, lads, drop it.
Yeah, he's like disappointed in these marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
He swings dicks with Austin. One awesome quote from Piper: I was here when WrestleMania didn't have a number. I was like, yeah, we're 21 now, but like I was there. It's like I was in Star Wars.
Yeah, but like Trent Barretta can say that now, sure. I mean, WrestleMania star. Doesn't have a number anymore.
WrestleMania play button.
Before it can come to blows, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. It's OC's boy, it's Carlito.
Guys.
Look at you, slapping each other around like a couple of little girls.
I like that line.
No one wants to see you two. They want to see Carlito. That is not true, except for one household in Dublin, Ireland.
I will say, by the way, this segment between Piper and Austin was magic. I fucking loved their interaction, and I wish I got more of it. Even like on an episode of Raw every now and again, I would have loved to see it. I just thought their chemistry was fucking incredible. But yeah, Carlito ruined the segment for me. At this point, his...
I prefer Eugene.
yeah.
And you're his biggest fan.
At the time, I was a huge fan of Carlito, but his career was just tanking and it would never come back. Well, until, he got a massive Puerto Rico pop at Backlash. Savio Vega, the fucking... They all have pop.
He had that Elimination Chamber 2007. Remember him in Masters?
He did, but yeah, it's a shame. I thought... people talk about his attitude backstage. Maybe it was, I don't know, but he could have been a big star, in my opinion.
Isn't his gimmick is that he's laid back and doesn't give a shit and only thinks of himself? It's like, oh, you're laid back and don't give a shit and only think about yourself.
Like idiots backstage would think, oh, you are that gimmick, are you? Okay, without even asking him, maybe.
Yeah, they should have asked.
Yeah, do you care? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love this.
If you guys got a problem with that.
So he starts throwing the apple in the air because you know what's coming. But Piper, lovely catch. You don't want to fumble that. You look like a dick. He didn't fumble it. He caught the apple midair and starts chewing away at it. He spits it in Carlito's face. Carlito attacks Piper, and Austin. I do enjoy Austin. Kind of gives a little grin, and then he's like, "I better break this up."
Austin, he was enjoying it.
Yeah. Lets it happen for a little while.
Because he wants to see, are you going to fight back? Oh God, he's not fighting.
I love the respect. Maybe there's no respect between Austin and Piper in real life, but I felt it here. I loved it. So Austin breaks it up, gives Carlito a stunner, and Carlito does the post Scott Hall sell. Every person in the world, it's like you were only born post WrestleMania 18. That's not how you sell a stunner. You don't sell a stunner on your feet. And then Piper, old man Piper, sells it correctly on his knees. That he shows Carlito, the young man, how to sell a fucking wrestling move. On the biggest stage of them all, you embarrassed yourself, sir.
You need to get more Vince selling for it at WrestleMania 38.
Yeah. The collapse.
Oh my
the crump best. Yeah.
All of the bones left his body.
I absolutely loved this segment. My favourite Piper's Pit of all time.
Yes.
How did he get bombed? Oh, hey, look out! Hit with a stunner on Piper. Oh, my God!
My mama always said, life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
Oh, throughout the night, WWE would play their Hollywood vignettes, the cool parody videos, which have been mysteriously cut from the network and Netflix version, despite them playing on Raw and SmackDown beforehand, so they're still on Netflix. Do you have any favourites there?
Oh man, they're all really good. I think I'd say my least favourite is probably the Triple H one.
Yes, because he doesn't have a joke. He doesn't make fun of himself.
Yeah.
He's dead serious. I want to be Mel Gibson. There's no joke there.
Wasn't the joke Flair though on the
donkey
giddy up? That was the joke. Because Triple H just can't take the piss out of him.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
But they'll never take my title. Are you with me? Woo! You got a champ. Woo!
The Cena one with JBL, where they do the spoof of A Few Good Men, was actually shockingly well acted. I thought that was very good.
I feel like JBL, you are a good heel, angry army dude.
Yeah.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And the one that made me laugh the most was probably Christy, Hemme and Angle doing the When Harry Met Sally scene, where she's jizzing in the cafe. Lady jizzing
is the technical term.
I believe that's the medical term.
Tap.
Can you please pass the salt?
Certainly.
Thanks.
Fantastic. And Sweet Zombie Linda as well.
A great payoff joke, yeah.
I'll have what she's having.
Well, the Basic Instinct one is the most famous one, right?
Basic Instinct is fantastic. It's been cut from the WWE uploaded here as all the WrestleMania 21 ones, except for Basic Instinct, because Stacy Keibler does a panty flash in it. And probably, Benoit's in it as well, so lost the time. But hey, if I can upload it to YouTube, we'll see.
The other one that I didn't like was the Taker one, where he's doing the Dirty Harry, because it's not funny. It's just him trying to be
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, well, he's not going to take the piss out of himself either.
Yeah, that's a shame. I did like his ginger hair, though. That was pretty funny.
Big Ginger's back.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Austin's Gladiator parody, it looked great, but it was very serious. And he was always more clever and more cool and stronger and intimidating than whatever gluteus maximus. Do you know?
My name is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and tonight, I unleash hell!
The Pulp Fiction parody, which we've mentioned that was previously on No Way Out. Eddie and Booker, both incredibly funny, charismatic guys, and they kind of do it serious and kind of jokey, so it was, perfect.
Very funny, very, very cool. But the ones that the fans voted the best.
So seriously, man, what's the line?
Are you talking to me?
The Taxi Driver parody, the You Talking to Me.
Heidenreich.
Yeah, he was great, because You Talking to Heidenreich, Snitsky, and something falls in the back. That wasn't my fault. And then Michael Cole has the jacket, and it's swimming on him. like, Batista is a big scary dude, so him being an intimidating big scary dude is not funny. But, like, Molly Holly having the jack and saying, you must be talking to me. Brilliant. Big Show does his comedy, which is terrible, except for...
It needed more farting.
He did he did have a boom mic fall on his head, and I thought that was actually quite funny.
That's good. We always want that.
And he throws a stagehand through the set, and you see it falls over and breaks, and you see that they filmed it in the locker room. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but Michael Cole, he was great in that.
You must be talking to me.
I'm the only one here.
Now, in this match, to be declared the winner, you must either push your opponent outside the circle or knock him off his feet.
Tony Schimmel gives us the rules. Do you want to tell us what match it is? Or who's in it? No? It's a sumo match. The Big Show versus Akebono. A legit Yokozuna Grand Sumo Champion. The first ever non-Japanese lad to do it. He's Hawaiian. Versus the Big Show. The comic relief running laughter at him. Game for anything. Including being dressed in a sumo nappy. I'm a washi. Washi is ours. Sorry. At the ramp, Big Show shows off a little bit of leg. In the ring, it's a lot more than that. We got a Big Show's big arse, but I will give him credit, at least it's a tanned arse.
I'll give it, like, Big Show. You can say whatever you want to say, that he put on weight and he got fat and everything, but, like, he's in decent shape for someone of that size. When you see him next to Akebono and see what can happen when you don't ever work out and just eat all day and have someone to wipe your arse.
Yeah.
You know?
The washi, yeah.
My washi. Washi arsey.
I do want to say that the lads have a ridiculously long pre-fight ceremony.
No flowers.
Goes on for ages.
Immediate time wasting here.
There's praying, there's dancing, there's stomping, there's disrobing. You remember a seminal moment in OSW history of Quake Muffin's dick fat muffin topping out of his onesie. Well, sir, move aside. We have Akebono's dick fat. Oh, it is rolling. It is undulating. It is hypnotically jiggling and jutting out of his nappy. In front of the biggest crowd of the year, a million people watching at home, entranced by cock fat. It's disgusting.
It's not the Quake muffin. This is the full bakery.
It is disgusting.
It's gross. Oh my god. And they keep doing side profiles so you can see everything.
You can see nothing else. I genuinely cannot focus on anything else except for his little skinny arse. How can a fat man have such a skinny arse?
I'm as anatomically impaired as a kendo.
Here we go.
The lads clash like two bison in the wilderness. Start doing 100 hand slaps. Immediately gas out. They have fucking nothing in the tank at all. Resort to hugging and holding. There's one point where Big Show tries to lift up Akebono and his nappy is holding on for dear life. I was petrified.
If that thing snaps, we're going off the air, lads.
I'm going to see everything, which is in fact nothing, because you'd have to go looking for it. So yeah, after the initial burst of high octane energy, they just begin to lean, and it becomes very evident very quickly that they're highly working this out, because they do the slow push and the and then they turn around and and I'm out. Akebono throws Big Show to the ground. He rolls out and he looks genuinely pissed and maybe a little bit sore. I wonder if he threw him, because that's a lot of mass to be crashing down. Like, I wonder if he was actually hurt.
I'm sure he came crashing down and I heard inside.
Yeah,
holy god. Akebono wins. Please vacate the premises, never to be called back.
Sir, can you put your robe on, please?
You're scaring the
There's children here.
Tremendous show of respect by the Big Show for the Grand Sumo Champion, Akebono.
Big Show cites this as his biggest WrestleMania moment, but also his most embarrassing.
More than Floyd Mayweather, sir.
This one with the dick fat, do you know? At least you can show the Floyd Mayweather to children.
With the jutting and the jostling. Jeez.
It said it was having 40 yards of silk wrapped around me and hauled up my ass. They wrestled Akebono. And he said the way they make it is they soak it in water and then put it on you, and then it like contracts. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So sorry. That was it.
Oh my God. There was one thing that was going through my head as I was watching this. How does this compare to the one other sumo match in WWE history?
Oh, yes! Yes.
The 568-pound former World Wrestling Federation champion, Yokozuna, will square off against the mighty Earthquake in a sumo matchup.
Yokozuna versus the Quake Muffin from Raw in 1994.
How's the Mawashi situation?
It's so much better because the lads wear bicycle shorts, color-coded bicycle shorts under their nappies, so it was much nicer. There was zero dick fat. There was some dimpling, but you know.
Take what you can get.
Yeah. It's basically the same thing. It's highly worked, you know, the slow push and the and then the turn and the and it's about 3 times as long. Like the Big Show match was like
1 minute.
Like a minute, and Quake Yoko is about 3 minutes. But I'd ultimately say it's more entertaining because of one reason: commentary. Macho Man and Vince McMahon give it absolute socks and are a billion times better than Michael Cole and Taz could ever be.
Okay, is there any good calls that you can remember? Anything?
No. There's just Vince going, Mawashi. that was it.
And the findy, my dickie.
Who can finish him off there? Yokozuna just missed. Yoko way up high. He's way up high on the Earthquake. He may be off balance. And look at that. Yes. Unbelievable.
Sorry, just a question.
Question. What did you think about this?
Well, there's nothing to think, but I do have a question.
You did it all with your eyes.
What I don't understand is, like, I realise Paul White needs his annual WrestleMania loss. I'm not begrudging him that. But why a sumo match? Why not just throw him there against anyone to beat him? Like, why does he want a sumo wrestler to beat him? Or why does Vince want that?
It's an attraction, I guess. It's as in the sideshow carnival type. Hey, look at this crazy thing we've got going on. That's it. Bit of fun.
So WWE back in February, they did a tour of Japan and they had Raw and SmackDown there, and they did have Akebono and Big Show do like a face-to-face. So maybe there was just like wheeling and dealing, going on there. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I did not remember the result of this match, but I felt like adding it to our pantheon of most obvious winners ever matches.
Yeah.
I mean, this was. Under no circumstances was Akebono going over to America to lose this match.
It would be a national outcry.
Yes. Yeah.
An international outcry.
True.
On the SmackDown after Mania, we get a hilarious backstage segments of our boy Luther Reigns, and he's ripping the piss out of Big Show, saying, he's a fat loser. Letting down SmackDown.
Doesn't watch his arse.
And he does a gimmick where he turns around to the camera and he pulls his jocks up his arse and he's like, I'm Big Show. It sounds fucking hilarious. And of course, Big Show walks in and catches him, challenges him to a match and fucking destroys him.
Blah, blah.
But that was very funny. And who was part of the crew who was laughing and cheering on Luther Reigns? A young SoCal Val.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. Poor old Luther Reigns, actually. That pre-show battle royal, that was it for him. He did ask, can I join Christian and be with Christian Tomko? Can I do that? Heyman said, no, I'm going to put you on Raw with Rene Dupree. And so Luther Reigns said, well, no, I'd rather be unemployed.
No way.
And so that was it. He was out the door 7 weeks after Mania.
Wow.
No way.
But we'll always have his SmackDown 2004 Thanksgiving, where there's a buffet in the ring. His theme song hits and he's supposed to be scary. Taz is like, I'm actually going to get dinner, so I'm going to eat anyway. And he's, I'm going to boss around Joey Giovanni or whatever. Give me some chicken and turkey and the potatoes, and give me some of them peas. It's like, I get a nutritious Thanksgiving dinner. So he doesn't have to cook, doesn't have to wash up.
Some of them mashed potatoes. Let me get some of them peas. I had peas before.
I wish I had gotten some tips to come down to this school earlier, but I've always wanted to do it, and this is a chance. It's a chance to do it.
Loyalty, respect.
John Cena Retrospective.
At 21, John Cena moved to California to begin wrestling training at UPW. He was in their documentary Inside Pro Wrestling.
John Cena is developing a character called the Prototype.
How dare you? Smelly. Mock an engineered genius like the Prototype. I look in your genetic lunchbox and find a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crust cut off.
He's already pretty much the Prototype. It's pretty cool. He was in WCW Ready to Rumble.
Yes.
Didn't have a contract. He was still in UPW, but managed to finagle a background spot the day they were filming.
I'm Big Tim. I've invited 13 unlucky souls to come here and play my game.
Not his only acting gig. He was the main bounty hunter chasing down contestants in a next UPN reality show called Manhunt.
Wow, okay.
A Survivor clone that died very swiftly under allegations that it was a work.
One thing's for certain. The fun has just begun.
Just pretty cool. So he probably would have been famous anyway. He's already getting TV gigs. And he was the main guy. Later in 2001, Cena joined Developmental Territory OVW, Jim Cornette's feeder system, to train talent for the WWF. In the same class with Orton, Benjamin, Rico, Brock, and others. When viewing tapes of Rico, WWF officials noted Cena's spark, his charisma, and called him up to the main roster for Kurt Angle's Open Invitational. This was at the time when WWE was looking to create new stars. Vince McMahon delivered a kayfabe and shoot challenge to the entire WWE roster. Show me something. Show me that most vital component of becoming an attraction. Not a star, an attraction. Someone who is a marquee talent to sell out arenas with. Show me ruthless aggression. Very good.
Ruthless aggression. Ruthless aggression. Oh!
A great showcase bout. Angle tried to blow him up over the 5.5 minutes before winning, but John gained Angle's respect and the respect of The Undertaker, who shook his hand. He's just looking at his big meat hooks.
He is an enormous man.
How does he play video games?
On the original Xbox with the Duke.
Oh yeah! However, even Cena himself views this 2002 Ruthless Aggression run as an abject failure. Sure, he had charisma, but he didn't have an outlet to showcase it. He didn't even have a character. Wearing this town's colours isn't a character. So much so, WWE informed him he'd be getting cut before Christmas.
That's crazy.
I was on Velocity, Wrestling Matches on Velocity, which is a program none of you have ever heard of. The WWE make a series of cuts around late November and around mid-May. I was told that I would be getting my release in Christmas cuts.
It all changed on a tour bus where he joined in on Quiche and the lads freestyling. Pritchard was impressed. If he can captivate bitter Grizzly Owl veterans, he could certainly work with a crowd. Getting off the tour bus, Steph quizzically asked how John could remember all those lines. And he said he didn't. It was off the top of his head. He was freestyling. To confirm this, on the spot he rapped about Steph's tuna fish lunch and the city where they were going. And she was so impressed, she asked if he'd like to do that on television.
Nice.
Come on, let's go. The old man's got a plan, and he's chilling in the building. Did I tell you I'm like light beer? I taste great, let me last feel it.
Halloween 2002, Vanilla Ice Cena debuted.
And Stephanie's tits in the witch costume. I can see it in my mind's eye still to this very day.
I gotta go, it's been a blast. Came out the locker room, stole Rey Mysterio's mask. Tried to get Taker's cast, but it was plastered on too tight. Beast, I gotta go about the hot wire his bike.
Arousing success. And rapper Cena was born. He'd found an outlet for his charisma. Gone were the city-coloured shorts. He dressed in the most outlandish pimp thug clothes he could find. Fronting hip-hop would be his area to pull promos from, making cheeky raps laced with funny insults and innuendo.
This is thugonomics. I excel beyond sports. He rocks a horn on his head. I rock a horn in my shorts.
Do you remember his Brock Lesnar rap?
Yes, like the one that was like in a tunnel at a gate or something like that, wasn't it? When he said, you've got the F5, but I've got the FU. And I was like, millions were made with that promo.
That you can't even walk in my shoe. Your finish is the F5, well, mine's the FU.
And it's like, you bounce around all day like there's potatoes in your crack. That's a nice tattoo of your mother on your back. I was like, oh, good. We're not in the UFC doing that.
Hey, Brock Lesnar, here comes the pain. God built me strong. Forget to give me brain. You hop around all day like there's potatoes in your crack. That's a nice tattoo of your mother on your back.
Gaining attention and support, Cena parlayed that into a shot at Big Show's US title at WrestleMania 20. Hilariously, Big Show kayfabes it, saying the lads were coming to me in the back saying, don't let him win, don't let him win. I was like, wrestling is a work.
I love that. I love that.
Of course he did. And from then on, it was off to the races. Cena kept building and building, strengthening and refining his act. New duds, new catchphrases, even getting the best sideman in the business.
Your boy, boy squared.
Yes. Coming into WrestleMania 21, WWE was at a critical juncture. Mania 19, Austin retired from active wrestling, and Mania 20 saw a triple whammy of departures. The Rock retired from active wrestling, like he only came back for Mania 20. He would stay retired for 7.5 years. And the deals with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg were up. All three would leave the company.
Yeah, 3 of your top stars.
Attractions.
Yeah, attractions, you're right.
So with a gigantic portion of the company's main event scene wiped out, WWE desperately needed to build and crown new world champions, as in wrestlers who could headline pay-per-views for the rest of the 2000s. 2 heirs to the throne have surfaced with their world title matches next tonight, John Cena and Dave Batista. Will WWE pull the trigger? Let's find out.
The longest running champion in 10 years.
It is JBL, the WWE champion, versus Cena. JBL is out first in JBL We Trust with his $100 bills. Amazing. Second only to the $0 bill with Virgil. His entrance is a baffling, after he enters the ring, it's a baffling 1 minute 20. A real soak it in, it's your last night, mate.
I've never seen a champion kiss a belt so much. Obviously, he knew the booking and he knew that he was going to lose the belt, but he fucking knew he was never getting that belt back.
Cena comes out second, no US title, Odge has it. He holds up his Chain Gang medallion like it's a world title. That was quite funny. It is nice though.
Well, can I ask, can you pinpoint an episode of Raw pay-per-view when the fans started turning on Cena? Was it even, at this point, had they even started turning on him a little bit?
A little bit of booze in this match, which was shocking. Ding, ding, ding. Our worst fears are realised. JBL sets the pace. Headlock, shoulder block, another shoulder block, club to the back, another club, kick while you're down, JBL.
Neck breaker.
Oh, hey, thank you.
He does hit an actual maneuver.
Yeah, so we're talking JBL's in control, cutting off Cena, trying to make his comeback. Slim Pickens calling this match. I did like hold ahead while using the ropes. There's a nice wheelbarrow catapult into Brett's rope and thwarting a Cena's hope spot with a spine buster. Actually quite like that it wasn't graceful at all. He kind of just threw him down to the mat.
Yeah.
That was good. Very slovenly, very sluggish. Forearm. Taz corrects Cole. Short arm clothesline, which is somehow not the same as the clothesline from hell.
Yeah, I mean, like the clothesline from hell, he's got to run the ropes. And
it's the running.
Absolute leather him, yeah.
But it's the same move. Do you know what I mean? You're still clotheslining him.
It's like, be like saying that a hook and a jab are the same thing because they're both punches.
Okay, it's like the clothesline. Regular clothesline is like clothesline from Swindon.
Watch that. And a straight forearm nearly knocks Cena's head off.
Actually, a short arm clothesline.
Watching JBL work, it's still shocking to see him main event WrestleMania. Like, yeah, he's awesome on the mic, great character, fun, villainous, rich oil tycoon type, but you're a wrestler. At some point, you have to wrestle. He's painfully average for the doldrums of the Attitude Era in ring. We're talking like Mosh and Trasher here.
I get what you're saying, but he wrestled fucking rings around John Cena in this match. John Cena was horrific. Did you see his punches? Big wailing punches, big charge to R2s. his tell for miles.
But like, this is the Trish versus Christy type male thing, you know? Like, his offense is so basic. Like, I know, hey, this works great in the territories, and, I don't want to get over it. I don't want you to cheer me because I don't do high spots. But it's like, it's a kick to the back, hold the head, Hold
the head!
He's so sluggish. JBL goes to the top rope with a 0% success rate. What happens? He's countered with a big slam. Oh, thank God. John Cena fires up. Clothesline. Back body drop, shoulder charge. You suck, bitch.
Tackled by the former college football star.
Hip toss.
Oh, terrifying hip toss. There's no wonder that John Cena's first big injury came from that move where he tore his pec, because that is a horrifically dangerous looking hip toss.
Side slam. You can't see me. 5 knuckle shuffle. Booze already. Big boot from JBL. Oh, clothesline from hell out of nowhere. Ducked. F-U. 1, 2, 3. And John Cena wins.
Got him. F-U. The cover. 1, 2, 3. Cena is the champion. Oh, man.
John Cena is crowned the WWE champion for the first of a historic 17 title wins. OSC, did you enter the void watching this?
But this one I did remember from 20 years ago. I thought at the time it's punchy kick, kicky punch, and it was.
A lot of JBL torso.
Yeah, I mean, did I enjoy it? No, but I didn't expect on a second. I knew what to expect on this watching. Maybe that cushioned the blow somewhat. It was exactly what I remembered.
Sorry to hear it.
You see, Batista got, as much as I detest Triple H, he got one of the best when he wants to make someone look good. And Cena got somebody who was incapable of making anyone look good. JBL got made look competent by Eddie, Kurt,
Taker,
Heidenreich.
Yeah, we're talking.
So I think it was a shame for Cena. I mean, him and Batista are at the time equally bad wrestlers, but at least Batista had Triple H to carry him through the match. And to be fair, they kept this match really short.
I think you're way too generous. I thought this match was absolute stinker. I thought it was a failure of booking. I thought it was a failure of performances from both men. Cena was so incredibly limited that they were petrified of having him show the fans how limited and basic he was. And so they booked him to do nothing. And because they booked him to do nothing, every time he made a comeback, which would get the fans to perk up, he immediately got cut off. And so it was literally Cena booking from his first ever title win. I just thought that he showed absolutely nothing as an in-ring main event performer, because now, John, you are a top guy and you're going to be viewed and judged as a top guy. And I thought in your first outing as a top guy, I thought you utterly failed because you didn't have Kurt Angle there, you know?
Yeah.
But man, yeah, slow plodding offense. Like in a short match, there was long bouts of just lying there, you know? I know Cena was wildly over and he was charismatic. And I do think from a business point of view, it was the right choice to make him champion. But based on this WrestleMania main event title win, if Vince got cold feet, I wouldn't have blamed him.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. They were in first gear, stayed in first gear, go to finish. The commentators played off as a shock, like he wasn't the hottest star on SmackDown and destined to win this match. But yeah, it was poor. I've heard people excuse the nothing reaction Cena got winning the belt as, we were tired from Angle HBK. It was like, I don't hear Big Show using that excuse.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it wasn't bad in that nothing was botched, but you can't botch a kick or a clothesline. You know? You can botch a hip toss, though, you know? Yeah, you're lucky that this wasn't the main event, as it would be hailed one of the worst Mania main events ever. One of the worst Mania main events so far.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mean Gene Okerlund.
Thank you very much. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, 7 more superstars inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer lads, come on out, wave to the people,
blow them kisses.
Yes, out first is Nikolai Volkov with Michelle McCool-Alexander.
She looks great.
Iron Sheik with Candice Michelle.
She looks great.
By the way, all the lads have female wrestler valets to tell them where to stand. Paul Orndorff looked ready to marry his.
The absolute highlight of this segment was how smitten Paul Orndorff was with Miss Jackie. And man, my memories of Miss Jackie were quite hazy, and I was like, sir, I understand
Steve, she looks great.
She looked great.
Yeah. He's like, never mind me. Look at the one I got. Cowboy Bob, no cast on for he healed from an hour ago, but he sells the neck. I love you. Jimmy Hart, what a dear. He stays in the center before. Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Jimmy Hart was his valet.
No. It was.
He looked great.
Yeah, okay, Roddy Piper, who sure as fuck isn't selling the stunner. This is my time, mate. And finally, Zero Coke Zero, Hulk Hogan does the ear cupping with Stacy, and the least hot dogging I've ever seen from Hulk.
Yeah.
It's like someone just gave him a dressing down before he went out, because he was like, hello, nope, weird. No
Should have
Coke.
sent out Eugene so he could pose with it.
He should be his valet.
That man right there, Hulk Hogan's household name, and just, in my opinion, more or less putting the industry on the map, man. I'll tell you.
So it's time for your WrestleMania main event. For the World Championship, Triple H, the champion, versus Batista.
Batista. Retrospective.
Batista tried out in WCW Power Plant, but trainer Suddy Bum. But trainer Sergeant Buddy Lee told him he'll never make it in the business.
I love it. I love when people are so wildly wrong.
It's great. Much like Cena, Batista's training properly kicked off in joining Cornette's OVW, gimmicked as Demon or Leviathan.
That's a good name.
He looks pretty good. He got the contacts and everything.
Yeah.
It's quite a fun one where he's got his truck driver with him, and they're like, "Hey, Undertaker, we're the new dog. Do you want to do a thing?" And he's like, "Okay, I guess we can. I'll show up once on OVW." Splicey in a tag. It's crazy because it's like Taker and Kane versus Batista and DDP.
Wow.
It's like
DDP.
Big bang of 2001 off that.
Bang!
Vince saw Batista and looked at the beef.
Yeah.
And was like, oh my God, get him up onto my couch immediately.
I don't care how green he is, we'll paint him a decent colour.
As Deacon Batista, he fucking hated it. Said it was the lamest shit.
But it was pretty bad. Just call my name.
Yeah, but enjoyed working with Devon. He would not say the same about Bubba Ray. Just calls him a prick.
Famous dickhead Bubba Ray.
Yeah. H initially started Evolution to resus Nature Boy as he was floundering mentally. He wasn't the Nature Boy, and wanted his version of the Four Horsemen. Triple H, he'll be the tyrannical champion, with Flair, the mentor and greatest of all time. But we need the muscle.
325 pounds of pure stopping power.
And the coal that will be squeezed into a diamond, Randy Orton. Arn Anderson came up with the name, citing the faction with past, present and future was the evolution of pro wrestling.
Everything evolves, and what you see in this ring before you is the greatest example of evolution you will ever see.
Did you know? Evolution, they unveiled a faction in February 2003. But literally a month into the run, Batista tore his triceps and Orton hurt his ankle.
God.
It was Randy and Batista versus Team 3D. There was a botched flapjack and Bubba landed on top of Randy's ankle.
And Bubba's not a small man.
He's so... to be fair to him, he's very funny because he was like, okay, so we went up for the flapjack. I've got one of Randy's legs. Devon has the other leg. And Randy's got a third leg under him. I was like, that's good.
Ew.
While Batty was out nursing his tricep, he rehabbed hard and started training before he had healed and tore it off the bone again.
Fuck.
Adding months to his rehab time, he would miss almost 8 months. Orton returned quick enough, but time's ticking and Triple H wanted a new fourth member. So they looked to Mark Jindrak, Orton's best friend in the biz at the time. H said that Jindrak was talented but didn't take the business seriously and took one car ride with them, with him and Orton just goofing off together. Wanted to throw them both out of the car.
Yeah, I can only imagine just two frat boys.
Yeah, he said like Randy by himself was fine, both of them together interminable. And they knew it from the get-go that Jindrak wouldn't fit, filming the Evolution vignettes with and without him.
That's Triple H leading his evolution right out here, and my God, Batista!
By October, Batista came back. Evolution are in full swing and off to the races. Armageddon 2003, the foursome all left with gold. Orton as the IC champ, Flair and Batty with the tag, and I guess little old Hunter should win the world title. He didn't have it for 4 weeks? A staple of Monday Night Raw, Evolution jobbed the fuck out of everyone, even Rock and Sock with a stinker at Mania 20. Oh, just side note, Randy Orton looks incredible with the IC belt. It's not very tall, it's long.
It fits his frame perfectly.
Yeah. Holy shit, he looks great. At Mania 20, Brock Lesnar left in a blaze of sour grapes, and WWE sought to erase his record as youngest ever world champion, bestowing that honour to Randy Orton at 24. Immediately, Evolution turned on Orton, kicking him out of the group, and Randy now being a valiant babyface, despite naturally being a cocky prick.
Yep.
The boneheaded decision was galvanised by another, have Randy drop the belt 4 weeks later, murdering his character. So you went with him and you didn't go with him and you got the worst of both worlds.
Well, not only that, I've gone back and watched some of this and it's like, he wasn't over. The fans didn't take to him as a top babyface. They wanted to hate Randy Orton because he's very unlikable.
And he's amazing at it.
Yeah.
What's this all have to do with Batista? With Orton dumped out and cast aside, Batista got the slow build. Big Dave holding up Triple H's arm in victory, but death staring at his world title. Triple H noticing and being like, what the fuck? And Batista finally blinks and looks him in the face. Masterful visual storytelling, not a word spoken, but you know exactly what's going to happen. Evolution will break and these two are going to fight for the world title.
Yep.
Batista will get a chance to undo the wrongs from last year, to dethrone the tyrant Triple H and usher in a new era for WWE. And that time is now.
Trying to play the game!
It's your main event. It is the world champion Dribbly versus Batista. H's entrance first. Lemmy from Motorhead looks for a do-over from WrestleMania 17.
Go on, Steve.
He won.
It's all about the game and how you play it. The pain, take it. It's gone. You can take it. Trick, you can't take it. I am the game. You make it. Play it on the train. It's so funny. I love him.
He needs more than 2 lines. He should. Incredible. Batista's entrance comes out last. Wow. So Challenger out last, just like Cena versus JBL, Orton versus Taker. We got champion Triple H first, then Batista.
And his entrance was lame.
He just walked out. I
it was
loved
just
it.
his Raw entrance.
I loved it. He just walked out. Bang. He's walked down to the ring, and then you get this is for me is like primo entrance.
He doesn't get the saliva's I walk alone until the end of May, so this is still like Animal. Weird, he does the gestures, but there's no pyro.
Yeah, it was great.
Pyro, yeah.
Weird.
Isn't it?
Batista and Dribbly. Bullhorn, Haas, collar and elbow tie-up. Dave plants his foot and shoulder blocks H over, who regathers himself in the corner. H is a big dude. Big Dave is gigantic. Combined with the Death Star, he's quite intimidating. Harley Race Haney bundles Batty out. Distract the ref and Nate uses his suit jacket to choke him. Nothing happening. Filler move. Ram the back against the apron. Ram the back against the security wall. Get an elbow drop from the mat. A knee drop from the mat. Forearm the lower back. I will give you H credit though. Working the lower back tries to void Batista doing the powerbomb, was he'd need that lower back strength.
Yeah, and it gives something for the fans to latch onto for when Big Dave is making his comeback. And unlike Cena, Batista was actually better at this point. I think he was a better performer and they actually allowed him to wrestle. Whereas Cena was like, oh mate, you're so shit. You just get beaten up for 11 minutes, yeah?
Let JBL take you through it.
That's it.
Trying to dominate, physically dominate. You got him! Look at the strength!
Dave's on the back foot, tries to punch his way out, reversed with a beautiful Arn Anderson spine buster. H marks out to how great he just did it.
It's very nice.
But he actually, that few seconds, he goes for the pinfall, so definitely a 2 count. H, much like JBL, goes to the top rope. Do you ever hit this, sir?
The flying nothing.
Yes. Likelihood of him being countered? Higher than a Torrie Wilson, I swear. Torrie Wilson walks down to the ring. You're bored, mate. Batty counters with a late clothesline. Outside, H wants to do a spot on the stairs. Reverse and catapult into the corner post, and H is busted open. In ring, H is kneeling, and Batty from behind forearm blows him in the head. It's like a weird setup, but it looks great against the hard camera. So good job. H swabs around the outside, showing us his bloody forehead.
I loved his selling here. I think, like you pointed out, when he wants to, he can put the other person over so well. And I thought he did a fantastic job.
And he has to resort to getting a chair. And the ref, like Mario jumps and gets it. Flair runs in, but is also thwarted, but succeeds in distracting the ref. Thwack with the world title. No. 1, 2, no! Batista's still in it. Runs into a Batty Spinebuster. Go for a power bomb. Whoa! Pedigree. Hunter has his hands clasped. I love that. But no, Dave powers out, breaking Triple H's hands free, books him onto his shoulders. Is that like an Alabama slam?
It was like an Emerald Frozen or like a Celtic Cross.
Yeah. And does a warrior wiggle.
The warrior wiggle.
Yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Batista bomb. 1, 2, 3, and Batista wins the World Heavyweight Championship. So, what do you think?
Certainly better than the last match.
Not a compliment.
Did it have heat? Yes. Would it have had more heat if there was a better wrestler in there other than Batista? Yes, because I think Triple H was very good. I just disliked everything about Batista strapping a rocket to him because you're a big muscle head and he has charisma. I'm not going to deny that. It's like, we're giving you everything. We're giving you the keys to the kingdom. You don't have to work for it. He's always coming out on top. He's just
always.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's just a winner. Didn't deserve it. I can't get past that in my head. So I'm really biased. Like, it's not fair for me to give a neutral opinion on this match, but it was perfectly good. Triple H's blade job was outstanding.
Yeah. I thought this match was okay. Significantly better than Cena JBL, as we all know. Yeah. I think the big issue is that Triple H, and we all know he's got a wild ego. He does love his long, traditional WrestleMania main events, and Jericho at 18, Orton at 25.
Oh, God.
Seth Rollins killing the crowd at 33.
Us in particular.
I was there live.
Yeah.
Just had to get the jab in for Seth Rollins.
But yeah, similar thing. It was very evident in the opening couple of spots that they were setting this up to go 20 plus. I think it would have been better, like 13, 14 minutes. I think it would have been a better match. But hey, it was fine. They eventually got the crowd back and they were hot for the finish and they were hot for brand new champion. Like, overall, I thought it was fine.
You know, actually, my favourite part of it, when Batista got the belt, got his arm raised, Triple H was still in the ring, so there has to be some kind of, the apprentice has exceeded the master, and what's going to happen, and all Batista does is raise his arms in the air and go, that's your moment.
But to be fair, that's quite iconic when he's on the turnbuckle.
But he wasn't at the time.
Yeah, but like that shot is, I don't know, one of your overused moments in history. Like that particular shot
when he's
is very famous. When he's
gurning at Triple H.
No, when he's in the second rope, you know, he's.
I'm talking about him literally just standing on the canvas and looks at Triple H, raises his arm in the air, and Triple H rolls out of the ring.
All right,
it's really out of place. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was like, definitely the right results, but match wise, oh dear, what a slog. You know, it reminded me of the 80s where the biggest stars were in the main event, but it's the pay-per-view is heavily supported by the undercard. Like you have Andre and Hogan, who are the biggest stars in the big draws, but pay-per-view is like Steamboat and Savage underneath, propping it up. Or even like, you know, Mania 13 is Taker and Sid on top, but underneath that you have Austin and Brett. I'm glad Cena and Batista were the final two matches and that they won, but they're still work in progress acts. WrestleMania 21 was heavily supported by Orton, Taker, HBK Angle. Even Eddie and Ray was very good as well.
Hemme Stratus.
But it was the right decision. Both had caught fire, even though they're not ready from an in-ring point of view. They are both red hot right now. You cannot hold this off for a year or half a year. You have to do it now. WWE, they took a risk, pulled the trigger, and ushered in a new era for WWE. The next 5 years.
Batista, the beast, has been unleashed at WrestleMania
21. The mood after the show was pretty high. The company was happy with the way everything went, apart from the fairly dead reaction to Cena winning. The day after Mania, WWE announced officially they were going back to USA. Spike booted them off the network, and Vince wanted, how about 40% more money? Even though I got sagging ratings. Back to USA also included partnering back up with NBC for new Saturday Night's Main Event specials as well. Michael Hayes is credited for first noting that Taker hadn't lost at Mania, so let's keep that streak going. Great job, mate. And Vince allegedly always knew Cena would become the guy. It just took some time for him to get there.
Well, he didn't when he was gonna fucking sack him, you know?
Well, not in 2002, but like, yeah. Vince also allegedly thought Batista could be the guy. But yeah, overall, what do you think of WrestleMania 21?
I thought this was a fucking great show overall. Up until the final two matches, one of the all-time great WrestleManias. The strength and depth of the low to mid and upper mid card was unbelievable at this time. Oh my god. And they went out there and they just delivered and delivered and delivered, and you got one of the all-time great WrestleMania / WWE wrestling matches. Angle and Shawn is an all-time great. Even though the two main events in terms of match quality are a significant drop, and they do kind of tarnish the show as a whole, if you look at it from the other point of view, just as a booking thing, you know, like taking two younger guys and making them the face of your company, big thumbs up. So yeah, man, I really, really enjoyed the show. Watched it in a single sitting. It was easy watch, and I had a great time.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head there, Stephen. Completely agree. What do you think, man?
So you enjoyed it up until the last two matches. So you're including Akebono and New Year's Baby.
It was a minute long.
Okay. Oh, you enjoyed it. Okay.
And I laughed at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a must-watch WrestleMania, both in terms of quality overall, I would say, and importance. It ushered in a new era, a bad era.
That's come from his biggest fan.
But I do love how it's one night in April 2005 they decided that our new direction starts here. It was like the Vince McMahon promo about, you know, that ushered in the Attitude Era. Tonight's the night.
This Mania was a line in the sand.
Yeah, I love that
like
idea.
The Evolution song.
I do love that idea. But yeah, match quality, incredible 4 matches on the card on a WrestleMania, I think is good going. Half the matches are like of the utmost quality.
Yeah.
You know, the Cena match wasn't great. The Batista match fared better, but yeah, do not miss out on this WrestleMania.
Okay.
What do you think of the show, by the way? Are you on board?
Yeah, I completely agree. What a it's very important, and I was shocked at how good the undercard was. I was so happy. Oh my god, the first ever Money in the Bank, and it's as brilliant as you remember. Akebono, him and his dick fat, Hemme fucking stinking it up. But Orton Taker was way better than I remember, because I was a huge Randy Orton fan at the time, and this one blew my socks off, and I couldn't believe Taker worked so hard to put him over. Yeah, wonderful WrestleMania.
Okay.
Fantastic. So that brings us a close to the John Cena First Time Is Now arc. What do you think of the arc? A short little ditty overall.
The ditty witty. Yeah, solid. We dipped in, we dipped out.
We had no way out in the middle.
Two great pay-per-views and a Smackdown pay-per-view.
What a shit show.
You know, genuinely, I forget everything from No Way Out. I barely remember who was on the fucking card.
How do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie on it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. It's nice to have a little taster of an era. Yep.
You know what's nice? Finishing an arc and
not hating it.
Stop telling people you hate Main Event Mafia.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to go on, but we're not going to. So, like, I'm finishing the arc happy. It's lovely.
Yeah. This time in wrestling, this is John Cena's first title reign. And 20 years on, in 2025, is his 17th title reign. I wonder how he got on. Anyway, maybe a little tinkle for next time.
A Dave Taylor tinkle.
A little bit of Dave Taylor.
If you're good. Eat your vegetables. Eat those peas. All right, let's take it home, lads. So it's a goodbye from V1.
Take Abu.
OSE.
Redo.
And the 2.5-time Golden Nogger Award winner. We will see you next time, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you.